Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I think Mr. Aquaman is still muted. I saw you talking, but I didn't hear anything. But either way, welcome back. This is week 8 of
Better
North
now.
America. There we go. We can hear you.
It
Mortal
was
Kombat
on me.
11
It was
Pro
on me. Producer,
Competition. Come on, guys. It's my turn. It's my turn. NA West, week 8, the final week here. We're going to find out who qualifies for those last spots, who gets the honor, who gets the glory of getting into that finale with $10,000 on the line. So we're going to break it down here. We're going to see the top 8 as it stands now after a grueling day of, nonstop Mortal Kombat 11 action. We got the final 8 players here. But before we bring up any of that, I just want to give big shout out to Mr. Aquaman for joining me. And yeah, we're looking at the bracket here. At the top, Too Easy. And he's going to be going up against Down Baton, Pop Tart, Jukes, all on the winner's side. And then we have Unfazed Moses and Cobra Tango fighting for their lives on the lower bracket. And a name we usually don't see in the lower bracket this early into the tournament, DJT, who's going to be going up against Blitzwing VL. A lot of familiar names, a lot of newer names. But either way, there's going to be a lot of points up for grabs here. A lot of shifting in seeds, as we saw before in NA East earlier today. And we're also going to be seeing people qualifying or not qualifying here. So it's do or die for a lot of these guys. Before we get into the match, I want to give a big shout out to PlayStation 4 for just being an amazing sponsor. The Mortal Kombat 11 Pro Competition is presented by PS4 Tournaments. Check out the PS4 Tournaments Open Series. PS4 tournaments are weekly competitions for all skill levels. Compete against your friends and rivals for unique rewards. You can visit the PlayStation 4 Competition Center, the one destination that has Mortal Kombat content that gives you an inside look at how top players play, and you get to see some tips and tricks for players of all skill levels. All you guys have to do is go to compete.playstation.com, sign in with your PSN ID, and you are good to go. A lot of content, a lot of tournaments to sign up for, Mortal Kombat 11, fighting games, and much more. The only way you're going to find out how much more is by going to compete.playstation.com. So check it out when you guys have the time. And we're about to hopefully get ready here for our first match. Too Easy is a name that we kind of see quite often here when you're talking about high level competition, especially, I feel like Too Easy is just always putting his name out there, man, always trying to get involved with as much as possible. And you really got to respect the hustle. You really got to respect that,
oh, absolutely.
definitely trying, always trying to get out there.
Everyone should be taking notes from Too Easy. Look at how this man grinds in the community. Always out there chasing sponsorships, chasing opportunities, competing in everything and everything on planet Earth, and it's just a grinder. That can think it true. Too Easy. Take notes, everyone. This west side of things is a lot less solidified than the East Coast that we saw earlier, where it was only a couple of people trying to get in. 6 people in this top 8 are kind of up for grabs. Or six, and I mean that because 16 through 14, Jay Chan, Moses, and Hatman are all sitting at 14th through 16th, and they are liable to be knocked out or close to it as we got Cobra Tango, Down Baton, and Blitzwing at 18, 19, and 20 with some runs. Even though Blitzwing has 0 points, if he wins the entire thing, he could make the finale. That's insanity. The West was always a little more open to
Yeah.
set up this final week. It's what I've been looking forward to the entire time on the West side, if I'm being honest with you, is seeing someone potentially coming in the final week and get enough points to get into the finale, because first place gets you 350 and 15 and 16 are still under 350 in points. It's going to be incredible.
So yeah, I guess it also depend on how high those standings are, because there's going to be a lot of people qualifying getting a lot more points than that. But still, you're right. Like the West Coast, I feel like Rewind came I believe the first 2 weeks, took first place, or I'm sorry, was it Rewind? Yeah, I believe it's getting those 700 points. So it's 350, 350. And then after that, realizing that he was pretty much guaranteed, said, I'm going to back off and let everybody else grab some points because I don't have to. Saw the similar thing with Titanium Tigers, not quite with just 2 back-to-backs, but, very consistent, like I want to say 3 or 4 weeks, and then said, like, I'm good for the finals. I'll come back when it matters. Same thing with Scar. So it kind of let everybody, it kind of spread out the points really, really
Mhm.
far out. and giving opportunities to a lot of different other players as they come in here and just try to qualify here. And remember, these guys are playing to qualify for $10,000 finale, and we have our first match, Too Easy, ready to go. I know he plays a lot of Sub-Zero, a lot of Scorpion. And looks like we're gonna be seeing a different character out of Too Easy, possibly a Jade pick.
He's always like straight away from the mirror. He has Too Easy. I've kind of noticed that every time someone goes Sub-Zero, he's like, man, let me not turn this into a mix fest. He does love his Jade to kind of be an option for it, because if he's right in some situations, deep, Glow can take away deep freeze. Doesn't have to worry about Ice Ball in the neutral. So we'll see if he's got what it takes. Usually when he goes off of Sub-Zero, it's kind of a toss-up, but I want to see if he's putting in some more work. I got to play him offline recently. He was rocking that Jade. It was really nice. Let's see if he brings the Queen of the Oshchek to the table here tonight.
My allegiance is to Outworld.
Round 1.
Yeah, so we have a loadout with the Air Razorang. So it's going to be more of like a zone-heavy loadout here for Jade, but Sub-Zero does get that first hit down, but eating a down 2 from Jade. Of course, man, you're playing against Jade. She's the down 2 machine. That down 2
is the down 2
first thing. She is the down 2 queen. Clearly the down 2 queen. Pushing closer to the corner. Down baton looking great here. Mixing Too Easy. Going with just the back through ready to the throw. And Too Easy hitting some mids of his own. Look at that stand block there for the overhead. That is someone who is paying attention. That is somebody who is ready for the matchup. The first time that forward 2 comes out of Jade, properly blocked and able to just retaliate perfectly. Oh, that forward nearly whipped and nearly could have gotten a huge combo punish.
That's the second time too that he's jumped back and almost caught that forward to the mouth, but he has been solid on getting it to whiff up close. Does he have the Delia's Dance equipped? Is that back gonna become a mix-up? Plus frames. And disrespected by Down Paton with the backdash. Ice Ball catching Too Easy. Haven't got any button press. Turning into a mid that close, and there's the low. Now we're gonna see a little more mix, I think, now that he knows that Paton has got the layer 1 blocks. Let's unlock layer 2, and we're in the corners. And he's overcommitted quite a few times. Too Easy's gotten out of the corner with some jumps, with some rolls. So maybe he might have to be a little more patient when Too Easy comes off the ground here. But the step back three, and that might be it. I'm not gonna doubt it here because it's Sub-Zero. We were wrong earlier, but I'm pretty confident.
Dead. Yeah, super dead. I mean, that thing does not scale for anything at all. And
for anything more, it's going to scale well no matter what happens.
How do you feel about this?
Down Paton, he really might not like Jade. that's the message I'm getting here.
Okay, so Too Easy shouldn't take this personally.
Sub-Zero wins.
I would take this.
I don't know, man.
I wouldn't like this. Game
Just
one
like Mortal
fatal?
Kombat, it might be a 50-50.
Everything's a 50-50.
Round 1, game 1. Sorry, game 1 fatals. Match 1 fatals here in top 8.
Oh, love it. Love to see it. Love to see the mind game setting into place here. Trying to get under your opponent's skin. Trying to say like, yeah, I'm gonna make you watch this. I'm gonna make you suffer this.
Or it's like mental warfare.
Sub-Zero.
That old school mental warfare of just trying to get in your opponent's head. You know, look at Kerbalicious. He's been doing that since Mortal Kombat 9. He fatals every single game. Mercies if he can. Babies if he can.
Is that a more? Is that a Mortal Kombat 9 thing? I guess Rio did that as well. Back when we couldn't skip them or go to players select.
Because you had to.
You had to watch it, and he would do it every game. Every game to the point where everyone was just expecting. I mean, was it that?
Or he would hover over a character for 45 or like 44 of the 45 seconds that character select and then switch to his main. Yeah. Mental warfare at its finest here fighting games. Another whip punish. Sorry, go ahead.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. The strange times we've come from. Delia's Dance amplifying it to kind of keep it safe, staying back. And speaking of save, here comes the creeping ice. I know there's a flawless blockable gap, but come on, man, it's pretty safe. It's pretty hard to deal with. Throwing up that purple stuff, and I see a little bit of a character unfamiliarity coming out of Too Easy. It looked like he blocked, but he definitely shouldn't have. Oh, he's going for a ride. 2 more guesses could be the end of Jade's life bar.
Oh my goodness, he has backdashed some like weird situations in the ice ball, and they've worked for the most part, and almost worked again right there. And that's something I've never seen a Sub-Zero player do in my life. Backdash in plus frames, and then just amp ice ball to catch whatever's in front of them. It's kind of a cool play.
Are you saying that Sub-Zero's backdash is not bad and everybody is downplaying? Yes, it's okay. Tell me. All
Man,
right, go in.
Everyone ever is probably a down player. Let's be serious.
Look, man, you don't get anything for upplaying your character, but you get everything for downplaying your character. Forward to ice ball, keeping her in the air, forcing her to go a little bit closer to the corner. Jump in here from Too Easy, but no commitment at all. Finds himself in a very, very bad spot. Frozen, still susceptible to this combo. Ooh, and that was kind of a bold activation of the purple stuff. Not sure if that was an input error. It almost, I would feel like you shouldn't do that at that range. Like, why would you do that?
Can close the gap
Okay,
again.
that's
Glow was
a better
on last time you saw Glow, he actually threw an ice ball, so good to see that adjustment made and tried to disrespect after the jump in, thought he could steal it. That was such a cool mind game that exists in Mortal Kombat 11 that isn't talked about an awful lot. Early jump kicks to bait your opponent into pressing buttons. Why that works is because of one of the patches to MK11 that nerfed jump kicks and made them decently negative across the board. So when people do early jump kicks, 9 times out of 10, it's actually your turn to press a button. They're really negative. And he did that jump kick really early, and then he canceled in the glaive, and that caught him pressing buttons. I think that's why he let go and simply just got hit versus blocking it for the plus frames, which was really smart by Too Easy. That's some high-level stuff there.
Sub-Zero.
Yeah, yeah, and not every character has access to moves like that. So your character has to have something that, you know, you can activate in the air while you're still there. And in this case, it is those air razor rings. Let's see if we're going to have any kind of switch up here from Sub-Zero. The Creeping Ice, to me, wasn't really doing much in this matchup, but it looks like he's just kind of sticking it out with the same variation. We're going to have the Deep Freeze for the combo ability from Forward 2, which does hit as the overhead. And if you want to keep it safe, go for the Creeping Ice instead. Okay, still a good character. Still a good character, I promise you that. Going for the flawless gappable hit there, and a little bold from Too Easy, but I guess he would rather just have the momentum. It is super plus on block. Oh, getting a little tricky there, Delia's dance, but doesn't bite there, does hit the overhead, decides not to cash in big with the launcher, as it is very safe.
It's kind of a day one mix-up right there off of Too Easy stand one. The low's available. Nice reactionary slide punish on the activation. Down Baton. Look at this health deficit. It's not that crazy to make this comeback. One hit advantage, 50-50 situation. Pushed a little out of the back one range right there, and that could have been it. Can he snipe him again? Safe with the Creeping Ice. As long as he's got one bar, I feel like this is doable. That was the earliest down two I've ever seen! Oh my goodness!
He did it before he left! He hit it before his feet left the ground.
Oh my goodness. Again, a read, not a reaction. That was Too Easy going. He's doing something here. And I'm just going to put this massive, active, down two pole on the screen and see if it hits.
Hold this pull over the other side. Good awareness here of the space control. Trying to keep him closer to the corner. Possibly thinking about tapping into that 1-2-4 crushing blow, but decides to break away. Too Easy avoids a really, really bad situation. Big deep jump in. Down Baton, no choice but to respect it. Waiting for that turn back, and here comes the Nitro kick. Very unsafe stuff. Does hit as a high, but hey, not ready for it as he was trying to backdash, trying to utilize Sub-Zero's broken backdash. It's really, really good. Throwing up the purple stuff, trying to be immune to projectiles.
Smart jump kick right there. Do that. Too Easy was trying to low profile on the jump in. Went for the kick. No conversion off a slide though. No less input. It could have got a whip punish there as well. I think he was afraid of the active frames of the wiggle stick. It's a pressure here. Downward ice ball. Wait a second. Into the ice ball doesn't work the second time. Oh no. Did that just fall apart from the ground? Up for Down Baton. He had such an opportunity there off of the jump in to force a mix-up situation, and instead, off of a jump in, down one ice ball when it probably should have been 50-50 ice ball at that point.
Yeah.
That was surprising.
Should have been a little bit, yeah. And Too Easy looking to be in full control here. I do like that he didn't fatal back, you know, in the first game or the next one, but just kind of a little I'm all business type of thing. And that's kind of been the
Exactly.
the theme of Too Easy. You know, he's, you know, you can teabag, you can do everything you want, but I'm here for the win. Obviously, signing up for, you know, as many tournaments as possible. And he actually, I believe, is the #1 seed so far. Yeah. So, or after today's event, he's going to be the #1 seed. I think no matter what happens, even if he does come out with 5th place, he's going to have 900 points, which is 90 points more than King Gambler. But again, a lot of players kind of opting to just qualify,
Only if
guarantee
DJT
that
wins today,
qualification.
it looks like.
Oh, that's the
It
only
looks
way.
like only
okay,
DJT could pass him is if Too Easy loses out and DJT wins out.
Special forces.
Anything
Desert
else? And then
so
Too Easy
DJT would, yeah. So Too Easy would have to go 0-2 tonight, and DJT would have to make the complete run from losers. Tall order.
If we see
and
that
again,
oh,
tell me, what are you gonna do if we see that?
Round 1.
I don't know. I don't know yet.
Hot tub stream went down 4. Oh, big jump in here. Overhead right into the Julian dance the low. Poking back is Sub-Zero with his fast poke here. 6 frames, what else could you ask for?
But there's been multiple times where Elias Dance has hit at max distance, and it hasn't gotten that final hit, which has cost Too Easy some frames here. Another jump kick works out for him. If you guys are wondering why you didn't see fatalities, or you don't see fatalities an awful lot, I saw some people talking about it. It's because most players like to just kind of get to the next match. Get there quick.
And also, in Mortal Kombat 11, like, let's be serious, they're very, very long. Mortal Kombat 2, Mortal Kombat 3, most fatalities were super quick. You just did them, and they were cool.
Thank you,
You also didn't have all the time in the world. Yeah, that's it. And it was it. I mean, obviously, memory was limited back then. Hey, now they're just super long. A lot of people just don't want to see them. Either way, Too Easy looking on match point here. One more round away to make this 3 straight run here against Down Baton. Good blocks from Down Baton, but staying up, expecting to deal his dance.
That looked like a little bit of a slow reaction there too. The double whiff from Jade on the back 3-3. Baton was a little afraid of going to smack range again, I think. That Too Easy's got him kind of fearful of the buttons. So some of that Too Easy's warfare, mental warfare, and physical warfare and buttons have been effective here on Down Baton. A big combo. Execution smooth this time around. And he's loading up that slide crushing blow. That Too Easy has done an impeccable job at avoiding this entire time. Breaking away right before the amplified comes out. But not going to save him this round. Down Baton.
Fight.
Slowly creeping back, just like his ice into this match.
Ah, I like that. I like that.
Oh, okay.
After that, man. Ooh, down 2. Too Easy again. Are we just gonna talk like this the whole time?
This entire match is gonna be crazy. Wow.
We're gonna stop, I promise. Standing position here, ending it with a nitro kick, and just like that, going up shoulder to shoulder, hitting them with the shimmy. Here comes the amplified slide there, crushing blow requirement easily met there. And Too Easy looking to be in a good spots. That move, that down 2 becomes active way before it should. Oh, Too Easy said it's over. Little
Harder to DGM, 4 emotes. 4 down 2 emotes. I want to see him wear those Jade down 2 emotes out because Too Easy was a legend with them in this match. So many anti-airs, and they were so either preemptive or perfectly timed. Just avoided the mix really well beyond game number 1, which was the only way that he lost that one at the end, just guessing wrong one time. But beyond that, the blocks were clutch, and the way he was able to control the neutral was really clutch. You know, was able to get glow going after that game 1, which was one of the big adjustments. And it looked like he had his opponent shook a little bit because there were a lot of whiff punish opportunities that weren't there. Like there was a lot of there was a lot of miss spacing by Too Easy that Baton didn't jump on immediately, and it lit, you know, when you see the first part of a string whiff, and then the second part of the string whiff, and then you block the third one, that's a long time in fighting games. That's like 40 years in fighting games for that to be happening in front of you. So, really
I mean, yes,
job,
especially
by Too Easy to keep that going.
Yeah, especially when you got some great normals like Sub-Zero's back 1, a great whiff punishing tool for a lot of different scenarios, and yeah, definitely something that stood out to me within watching that set. But you guys want to find out more about the tour and what's going on? Some of you just joining us, we do have a lot of things happening here. We are pretty much close to the end of the season here. A lot of seasons are pretty much done. And all that's left are those regional finals here. We have Intercontinental Combat, which is going to be covering 4 different regions: Europe East, Europe West, Middle East, Oceania. The top 8 of those, each of those regions, will qualify for a $5,000 prize pool in their sub-regional finals. And the other sub-region we have is Liga Latina, showing some love down there to Latin America, Brazil, Mexico, Latin America North, Latin America South, for those of you that need the translation there. Those are also going to be 8 players that are going to be advancing in the sub-regional finals, and again, playing for $5,000 each. Then we got the big boy here, North American League. NA East and NA West are each going to have 16 players qualify for their individual sub-regional finals or regional finals, where $10,000 on the line. That's what these guys are doing right here. NA West in the building. Too Easy finding his way all the way to the winners finals in very easy fashion, just like just like we expected here. Really, really high-seeded player going the distance here. And these guys are playing to get into those qualified spots. There's a few qualifying spots there at the end up for grabs, but players like Too Easy and DJT, who are already qualified deep into the bracket or deep into the seeding points, they're playing to solidifying their better seeding. The higher the seed, the longer you have to play in order to go up against number 1, number 2 seeded players. So it just makes it a little bit more comfortable, and that's what these guys are playing for. And the farther you get in that sub-regional finals, the bigger of a chunk you're going to get out of that $10,000 grand prize.
Absolutely. So. Jukes and Pop-Tart, by the way, is going to be the match that's coming up next. It's going to be a very high-octane match. I'm expecting some upgraded Jackie versus some Kotal Khan. It's about time to praise the sun here on the pro competition, and this is 13th in points versus 11 in points. And Jukes had a really big run just this tournament to really jump him up in the standings to get him into the finale, where it looks like he is guaranteed because of his run just this week in the final week. So congratulations to Jukes on that. And Pop-Tart has been really consistent as well throughout the entire West Pro competition. So shout outs to him and is carrying on the Oshtek legacy competitively. Really happy to see that. We'll see if he can take it to Jukes here. Like I said, high octane matchup here. Big damage, big command grabs. And Jackie, I don't have to say anything else about Jackie. I'm sure you guys know, very, very mobile, very high damaging character. But Kotal Khan does have some unique things about the matchup, Arma, that I'm going to be really looking out for. It all depends on what Pop-Tart brings to the table. Kotal Khan does outrange her on the ground. That's the one kind of key thing that I'm going to look for in this matchup is watch him reset neutral with disc a lot, and he's going to be at a range where his buttons are going to beat Jackie's buttons. If he's outside of that range, she can bully him kind of in his face because of the 9-frame mids, but if he's outside of the range, I feel like he has the advantage. Outside of that, he's going to be looking for some really big reads to stop the leaps, and good luck, have fun. For Jukes, it's going to be avoiding making hard reads on command grab, and then trying to get Kotal Khan to whiff, because that's where you find those punishes, and try to get him guessing around the lead pressure. It's how I think this matchup's going to go.
Okay. I'm usually up for playing Kotal Khan. Like, that's one of my favorite things to do. But that sounded like a lot of playing there for you, Miss Jockleman. So I'm really proud.
I tried.
I went out of my way to say my character isn't complete garbage.
Yeah, absolutely. But two notes, there's something very specific about what Pop-Tart just picked. He actually picked... Wow! What am I going to... He picked the... It made me cough. He picked the Jaguar. Nice gimmick right there. I respect that. But the Jaguar in this matchup is kind of scary to me because it does put you at her 9-frame mid range rather than resetting the neutral with the disc. Yeah, so just like this, it's going to be Jackie's turn versus if he had the disc, he would reset neutral and be at a range where he could actually out-hit her. So that's going to be a pretty big thing for me in this matchup, is the fact that he's actually going to be at her range to try to be safe off block.
I mean, this could be, something Pop-Tart knows, maybe something Pop-Tart doesn't know. I'm sure he's very familiar with this matchup. Jackie is no way to really go around this. She's a very good character. Like, you cannot argue that at all.
Wait, he's dead! He's dead! Can we talk about not just conversions, but the fact that he anti-aired back-to-back with down 2 and it was comboable? 2 in a row.
You gotta hit it. You gotta hit a high down 2. Like, that's gotta be a perfectly
Round
timed,
two,
well executed.
fight.
And not only that, the follow-up is also very tough, very easy to screw up. So huge shout out to Pop-Tart for that beautiful conversion here. Oh, whiffing the throw, but again, the difficult thing to get around with that Jackie throw. She is so far away from you when she recovers, and this is going to be a huge clinic here coming out of Juice. Juice possibly looking for some kind of wake up there, but doesn't get it. Here comes the breakover from Pop-Tart. No access to those wake up attacks, those wake up options. Very much sitting still here. Jumping back is Jackie, the downward shot, and of course she's going to be able to convert for some good damage. This character, high mobility, high damage, and some of the best mids in the business. Speaking of mids, back two is a great one.
Forward 3. I mean, she's kind of got them all right now. Gonna come in with the forward 2-4, keeps it safe. But now it's just Jukes' turn, and is he gonna be able to get the open up? Nope, solid defense from Pop-Tart, and there's the kick throw. Stand one this time around. Give me the juice. The Hawaiian punch buff. Nice, playing around that Jaguar. Now the mind games have kind of begun on block here. Speaking of mind games on block, plus on block with Jackie there. Trying to swing with a forward one. That is a high up close. At that range is where Kodokan is primarily going to be throwing a lot of highs.
Yeah.
Big damage. No breakaway for Jukes. This might be life alert. He's going to be in the corner, and Papa Khan has gotten a couple of damage buffs. This is scary. Putting things out.
Oh! Held it? He just held it? He held it right in front of her, just waited. That was so scary. So many things could have gone wrong in that situation. Oh, that's going to be a huge whiff as Jackie just jumps back out of danger. Downward shot. No problem at all. Now, Mr. Aquaman, you were talking about the loadout here. Of course, with your knowledge of, downplaying, I'm sorry, of playing this character, you were talking about how you weren't really sure about the Jaguar, but I guess the Jaguar is more intended to try to cover that potential flawless blockable gap that Kodokan has. As much as I upplay this character definitely has gaps within all his good strengths. So is that something that Pop-Tart is thinking about here?
Jackie Briggs.
It would be if he was doing back 2-2 more. Back 2-2 into Jaguar is the only gap that can be covered with Jaguar. Because of one of the previous buffs, he's doing a lot of forward 2-4 into Jaguar. That's pretty much it, primarily. And Disc also had the gap taken away from that string. So that is a mind game that you're talking about, but it doesn't exist unless you do back 2-2. And he is going to the Grand Discus here, actually. For probably that exact reason. He probably realized that he wasn't throwing out a lot of back 2-2, which wouldn't have been a bad idea because it hits everywhere it goes to the sky. You can catch Jackie doing some shenanigans. But it was a pretty solid game number one. Jukes just got him with a couple of jump backs into the ooze, and it caught Kodokan whiffing. The Kodokan whiffing, a key to him winning this match.
I see. Okay. Thank you for that breakdown. Really appreciate your input there.
This is the only character I know, so don't get used to it. I'm just kidding.
Fire. You know, so many characters. Okay, downward shot there as Jackie. Dude, this is so one-sided. What are you gonna say about that? That is not what you want to happen. If you thrown out down one command grab, you better pray that down one at least gets blocked because you're gonna be whiffing for days. And a player like Jukes definitely ready to pounce on the opportunity as soon as it's presented. And Discus all over the place.
And then right there
again, yeah.
Right there is 0 on block. You have a 9-frame high that is in range. You have a down 4 that can stop anything else. If she does down 4, you're at a range where you can actually bait it and whiff punish. It's pretty cool. We'll see if that actually comes into play here. Right now, it's just Jukes on an offensive onslaught. He's forcing the whiffs, and I think that Pop-Tart has died 4 times doing exactly that. And Jukes has called him out for it. The moment he's in forward 2 range, Kodokan is like a bull seeing a red flag. If you're in forward 2 range, forward 2 is on the mind.
Yeah, definitely thinking about that. He's gonna amplify, keep him in the corner. Yes, sir. Staying in the corner. Neutral jump kick, trying to just stop Jackie from doing anything. Not get any kind of whip punish there on that commitment. And you hate to see this type of thing happen. Right into the fatal blow, bypassing his fatal blow completely, despite him having more health than every other character. I don't know why, but despite him having more health than any other character, never got into that range. And Jukes sneaks one by there thanks to that fatal blow, thanks to that Wonderful hit confirm situation there. And that's kind of like a very strange spot. So when you're fighting somebody else and you're giving them that resource and like you're a little bit more than 30%, you're like, I could die once I put them into 30%. I can die if they get comboed, if they get a combo and they hit confirm into fatal blow. So super dangerous territory there from Pop-Tart. And right now, Mr. Aquaman, your boy Kodal is not looking too hot.
Jackie Briggs.
2-0, not in his favor. What's he gonna do?
As of right now, the biggest adjustment I can see made is maybe chill out with some of these forward twos because Jukes is sniping them from half screen right now. Just with a simple neutral jump, ooze to the ground, and confirming it into a full combo. Usually that leads to the corner where it's just been Jukes in full control. Pop-Tart hasn't got a couple of good sequences going that have led to, you know, one hit, a knockdown, and then forcing a guess situation. The command grabs aren't working out for him so far. A couple here, a couple there. But on whiff is going to be death. And Jackie punishes you. It's going to hurt an awful lot more than you're going to hurt her, unfortunately. And there it is. Every 4-2-4 that has been this spaced or this time has gone full combo punished. And that has been the name of the game here. And now here we go. One punish to the corner. And then here we go.
So it looks like we got another, we got the Jaguar equipment again. Possibly going for that first strategy around the first time, but maybe let's see if we can get some adjustments. I do love utilizing this mid command grab. Very, very good stuff there. Trying to get Jackie to move, and it does. Oh yeah, that's a lot of damage. Back-to-back successful hits there. Did real safe there, but that is not a fun place to move. Down two, get out of the sky. Love to see it happen. And Pop-Tart getting that round, looking to make that first move for a possible reverse 3-0.
Fight.
Now, Armo, one thing to note about the Jaguar in this pick that we actually saw. That's unfortunate. He missed the flawless block. When his back was to the corner,
that sucks.
when his back was to the corner last round, he just did something Jaguar, and I didn't know this until like a couple of months ago, maybe just a month ago. What I mean is that Jaguar is really good at getting corner left of the corner. When he does something Jaguar, it pushes you almost back to mid-screen, which is a really good tool to have in MK11. You just get out of the corner for free card and block.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. That makes a whole lot of sense here. Let's see if we can see some of that come into play here. Whoa, connecting the both. Very tasty. Woo! Command grab, even tastier. He needs to sauce that throat. Could be. Setplay City. She whiffed right in front of him and he jumped instead of hitting forward two. So unfortunate, and that could have been anything. It's a fatal blow. Kodal does have a very damaging fatal blow, and considering that Jackie has 5% less health than all the other characters, that could have been the end of that round, the end of that game. But unfortunate for Pop-Tart, Jukes has another shot here at getting this 3-0.
No anti-attempt either right there, and that's probably because Jukes has been so active on those aerial plasma grenades that interrupt anti-air attempts. This is what the Jackie mind game is all about. The micro duck beating a wake-up high. What in the... I don't know, what the Twilight Zone? What are we watching right now? But
Sweaty.
There's his get out of jail free card right there out of the corner. And the stand one tick has been working a lot, but my man Kodal is burning right now, getting a taste of his own damage over time medicine. Another grenade, another day at the office, and death by dot damage. Kodal ain't praising the sun today. Just like in his reveal trailer, Jackie kills him.
I'm sure you definitely remember that from over 2 years ago. You're still upset about it. It's okay.
Yep. Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine, guys. It's fine. He's okay.
Jackie
Fine.
Briggs.
His heart's still beating, so he's still alive. Clearly. Come on.
He is still in losers. So,
Yeah, there you go. See? He's good. Pop-Tart's in there still. So that was on the winner's side. If you guys are a little unfamiliar with how double elimination brackets work. In order to be eliminated from the tournament, you have to lose 2 times. Hence the name double elimination. So Pop-Tart's going to have their last life still remaining here in this tournament. In order to be knocked out of the tournament, you have to lose 2 entire sets. So when you get knocked down to the loser's bracket, you just have to beat other people who have also got knocked down into the loser's bracket. And let's give a shout out to Astro Gaming for providing all the nice audio that you guys see here for us. Thank you to Astro Gaming. the official audio partner for the Mortal Kombat 11 Pro Competition. All caster audio is powered by Astro for the entirety of the season. Please visit astrogaming.com to find out more information on all their officially licensed PlayStation audio products, which are available now. Check it out, astrogaming.com. Mr. Aquaman's a big fan of Astro Gaming, and so should you be. Become a fan. Become a fan today if you're not sure.
Absolutely. I like to talk about Astro a lot because not only do I have this bad boy that looks and sounds great, but I've also got the A50s here that will change your life. Guys, wireless.
Look at that.
Wireless will change your life. The very first time I was streaming or playing, and I was like, I'll be right back. I have to go use the restroom. And I didn't have to take off my headset. Changed my life. It changed my life. That's all I can say. It was awesome. But yeah, shouts to Astro for being a part of the pro competition here. And they've been a part of the FGC for a really long time. Every offline event, Astro's on the on the set, baby. Let's go.
Oh yeah, that's true. Showing some love to the FGC, much needed love. You know, obviously we could use it anywhere we can, but you know what? We love the FGC no matter what, and we've all been there. To add to the need of wireless headsets, we've all been there when you just totally forget you're connected to your computer, you're connected to your hub or anything, and you just yank the whole thing with you. It's always a lot of fun. So you guys are one of those. If you're super clumsy, do you remember the old Street Fighter 4 sticks, the TEs? I've broken 3 of them by putting them down and getting up with the headphone jack still inside of it, and the jack breaks, and it's like, yeah, we've all been there. Wireless, so much better.
Yep.
Yeah, you know my pain. Some people out there might know my pain if they're as old as me, but big shout outs to Astro Gaming. So now that we're going down to the rest of our bracket, maybe we can get a little peek at the bracket while we get the match set up and ready to go. Or it looks like the match is ready to go. We're going to have Unfazed Moses going up against Cobra Tango. I believe Cobra Tango was the Terminator player that we saw week 7. So very hyped to see that character no matter what in any kind of context. But let's see what we actually get on the board here. Let's go to the match and see what these guys have loaded out for us. So we have the Air Death Grip, the Running Man TDE. Yes, we have Terminator, but the TDE, I think this is a slightly different loadout than we're used to seeing from Cobra Tango.
It stands for Terminate, Die, Exterminate. I have no idea. Here we go.
We have the teleport equipped.
Which is insane, by the way. A lot of people are looking at Terminator now because of that teleport and going, wait a darn second. What is going on right now? And I've just seen that the past couple of days.
Dude, this character can now no longer really be zoned out. Like before, that was Terminator's biggest downfall, you know, against matches like Sub-Zero with, you know, fake ice clone. You can just stay back and there's no way for Terminator to get around that, or you have to go through all these obstacles. It was awful, but now that he can teleport right behind you when he wants to, granted it's not the best teleport in the world, but still, if you time it right with some things, it definitely can get a nice punish, or at least the momentum to find those mix-ups. Here we go, baby. Mix-up City. Look at this mix machine here. Oh yeah, exactly.
Going to town right now. Oh, trying to disrespect the Running Man, and instead you get bopped on the head into another 50-50. This character's out here teleporting through time. He actually teleports back to MKX and then shows up here with running 50-50s. It's phenomenal. What a character design. He travels through time, and he actually does it in-game. It's incredible.
Love to see it. I love seeing someone getting mixed on the other side of Terminator's overhead, the low, command grab, Running Man. It's all good. But right now, Unfazed Moses not wanting to be on the wrong side of those mix-ups. Doing a good job of blocking and kind of taking his lead. But we've all seen it go down here against Terminator. Never mind. Down to almost nothing. 3% of health left. Unfazed Moses just kind of trying to take as minimum risk as possible. Keeping it nice and steady, you know, little pokes, it strings into, you know, amplified slides to stay away. So, you know, even though Terminator can teleport, it's not a teleport that's fast enough to punish a lot of the fast recovering things that Noob Saibot does. You know, he doesn't just zone you with actual projectiles or, you know, special moves. but also his normals, which are a little bit
Yep.
of a extension of his own shadows, kind of serve as a way to take up some space, just keep you away, and control that space. And that's what we're seeing here from
The
Unfazed.
Terminator.
It's honestly unfair. This is 2v1. That's what I see right here. Every time Noob Saibot does a
Super.
string, his other half comes out that has no hurt box and is just helping his boy out. But Cobra Tango, we saw the one round where the mix was applied. This is probably going to be one of those games that's just going to be haymaker after haymaker. Look at game one, round one. Moses clocked Cobra with one. Cobra round number 2 threw a haymaker back, and then closing out was just sort of look for dominant rounds from both gentlemen in game number 1. So I kind of expect the same thing here, maybe. Whoever gets the first hit healthy, just like Cobra here, can he try to run away with this? Or is that zoning of Moses actually going to be a huge determining factor? Because he has struggled against that low slide so far, and that even hit him out of it. Oh no!
Oh yeah, not a good sign here for Cobra Tango. I mean, I don't think it's an option. With Terminator's toolset, I don't think sitting on a life lead is an option. I think he just needs to get in and get that kill. Don't let him get comfortable. Don't let him set up the zoning, because this is what it is. Oh, if he committed, he could have got a huge punish there. He had a more recovering move with that, little ghost ball here instead of just going, Here comes forward to fatal blow. This is definitely going to kill. Does a lot of damage. Unscaled for days. 41%. 41%. If you have less than 41%, Terminator can destroy you, terminate you with a forward 2 overhead into the fatal blow. Totally fair. This character needs way more buffs than he already has. Swinging back here.
What he just did a little bit more. He came out of the amplified teleport with a butt. That's actually got him killed an awful lot more than it's helped. In game number 1, he would teleport, do nothing. Even early in that first round, teleported, did nothing. Didn't get anything off of it where he could have gotten something. Now he's at least checking with down 4, which is really hard to deal with. At that time, a little quicker on the draw because he is getting these turns, but hello adaptation from Moses. Immediately grabbed him with that back one. Tries to gamble the profile that down 4. Welcome to the corner. Is he gonna bet it all? Big way's available. Oh no, this is scary. Never mind. Survives.
Yeah.
To fight another day, barely.
Final round. Fight.
I don't think that was that was definitely a chip out situation. So even though Cobra Tango did block correctly, trying to grab him out of the air there before it does become active. Here comes the running man. I love how forward 2 on block or on hit still combos into that running man command throw. So it's kind of like 2 mix-ups in one. You gotta avoid both of them, but if you do, that's a big punish against the Terminators as much as possible. Teleporting on wake up like this is MKX, swinging and launching, getting a nice corner conversion here, slamming him down on the ground, trying to go for the running man mid, and this is what I'm talking about. And thanks to the corner, gets a huge amount of damage, cashing in big time with fatal blow right at the end. Now I don't think this is going to be enough to kill, but he might have not found another opportunity to use it, so he said use it or lose it. Fatal blow, that's all it took.
Noob Saibot.
So
It's so hard to watch your feet.
So what I think happened there was rock, paper, scissors. And Moses was just right. I think that he assumed that Cobra was going to assume that he thought that he was going to teleport. Thus he was going to do nothing and then probably just going to run up mix or play neutral. Yeah. And he called that out immediately by just tossing that low slide. And how confident he was is what tells me that I think that was just a hard read, that he had him conditioned to stop teleporting, which was 12 double intellect by Unfazed Moses.
It's a tough thing. It's a tough thing to do that to an opponent, to have them so scared of utilizing one of their tools. But once someone does that to you, you put yourself in a box. You put yourself, especially when you're a mixed machine like the Terminator. Like you limit your options, and then you're no longer in those favorable situations. Like Terminator needs to get in, needs to do the damage, and that's it, man.
Number 3, let's see if Cobra Tango can turn this around. And Cobra Tango currently has 200 points. He would only need about 2 victories here tonight. Actually, the 5th Man, all he would really need is this win right here, so this is an unfortunate spot to be for Cobra Tango if he wants to make the finale. He needs to reverse 3-0 unfazed Moses here. Otherwise, his pro comp end will run. Here comes some damage. We stand 50-50s. The Terminator way, baby. Nice roll out of the corner for Moses, who immediately finds some offense here, building the space, putting him at exactly the right distance to zone with a low slide. And that teleport has not gotten him much mileage besides moving somewhere on the screen.
Round 2.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. Whoa, swinging away with that little slap there at the end. Trying to throw some ghost balls in. Cobra Tango trying to minimize that chip damage here. And not avoiding it entirely because it's too much of a commitment to, for the slide, but, flawless blocking, minimizing the chip. Oh, doesn't see the low slide coming. You gotta watch out for that. You gotta always kind of instinctively block low against some Cybot and slowed out. It's just too good of a move, and I kind of feel like Cobra threw in the towel there at that last round.
Yeah.
Unfazed Moses, unfazed by this mixed machine.
I'm going to tell you from experience, Arma, when you eat like 3 or 4 low shadows in a row, you usually check out around that point when you've tried your best to just move and to breathe and you just get shadowed. And those amplified ones are combos. They're like 22%, 20-something percent? Or
they add up.
200 something damage. And yeah, if you get hit by 2 of them, you're halfway gone.
They add up. I'll say that. They definitely add up. But yeah, man, sometimes you just feel like you're stuck there. Like if you're Cobra Tango, you're like, I can't move. I can't not block low. I can't teleport. And it's tough. Probably going to be a bad matchup nonetheless with or without that Terminator teleport, especially because of how well Unfazed Moses was handling that situation. Just kind of stopped him wherever he could. So
yeah,
shout outs to Unfazed Moses.
Yeah, and for those teleports out of Cobra Tango, I mean, I would have liked to have seen him come out with a little more than down 4 in some of those situations, but I think by the time that he made an adjustment, Unfazed Moses was just ready for anything. With a health lead, he was playing confident. That's really hard to overcome. And before we get into the next match, guys, I want to give a quick shout out to our presenting partner here for the Mortal Kombat 11 Pro Competition, presented by PS4 Tournaments. Go check out the PS4 Tournament Open Series, where weekly competitions for all skill levels happen, competing against your friends and rivals for unique rewards. You visit the PlayStation 4 Competition Center, the one destination that has all the Mortal Kombat content, gives you an inside look as to how top players play, tips and tricks for all players of all skill levels. All you have to do is go to compete.playstation.com, sign up with your PSN account, and boom, that's it. That easy. You're done. You're signed up for these tournaments, and get in there yourself.
Love to see it. Love to see the community grow. Let's just remind everyone out there: be welcoming, be awesome, be something that our community can be proud of. Speaking of community, this OG goes as far back as Mortal Kombat 9. That's right, that game from 2011. DJT. Not only was he Evo champion in 2013, was also the runner-up to the Evo champion in that same year for Injustice 1. So DJT has a lot of history behind the name, a lot of tournaments, a lot of experience player, and most of all, I think what comes out of DJT the most is a whole lot of patience.
That is right.
True, Raiden. I'm
the
your
king
better.
of patience in
so,
NetherRealm games.
Then defeat me in combat.
Crouching under 500,000 instant air gas blasts in one tournament.
I don't know how you
on
can
paper,
keep your cool in that situation. Like, how do you stay composed?
That is just the DJT way, man. He's able to keep his cool under so many overwhelming situations that to a normal player you would probably crumble in the face of danger. DJT, no fear whatsoever. Ooh, we got the 1-3 low tidal wave mix out here moving with Rain. I don't know about you guys, but I was raised on Pokemon, and if he hits Rain with a lightning bolt, it's about to be super effective.
That's true, that's true. I think it does double damage. Just kidding, guys. It does the same thing.
That would be crazy.
No.
That's the future
There's
of
type
Mortal
advantage.
Kombat. It's actual, it's actual elemental damage and types.
Type
And
advantage.
oh no.
Not yet, guys. Not yet. I hope not. I hope not. Okay. Little trickiness there with the short hop, and right now Blitzwing looking incredible here. Blitzwing DL. I don't know what you prefer. Blitzwing, Blitz, Wing, whatever it is. Here comes this crazy good Raiden, just kind of keeping DJT guessing and guessing in the corner. Look at that teleport, so quick, but just not there in time. Trying to swing with his normals as fast as possible here.
Pressure's been actually insane by Blitzwing, who's been able to keep both of them right there. He's been able to keep DJT in this corner. Now DJT is reversing that. Never mind. We had a gorgeous anti-air in MK11. Beautifully executed by Blitz. Puts out a massive active frame with a 4-2. There's a nice breakaway. Actually, just fall out there for DJT to avoid. Tried to whip punish with an Argus plunge. What in the world? He wanted that crushing blow. He wanted that round over with, and was hoped that doesn't cost him everything here. And there was
He just did it. He just did it. He just did it. He just did it. There's no way. There's no way
nothing else behind
gonna hit.
He just did it. He just did it. There's nothing else to say. That was bad.
There's no way he knew that was gonna hit. There's absolutely no way. It was a 2-hitting string, but the first one, I believe the first hit did whiff, and then he just said, this next thing's gonna hit. I know it's gonna hit, and if it doesn't hit, I'm just gonna die. Like,
Belief in yourself
die.
is all you need.
That's it, guys.
And I just realized that I just
need...
quoted Raiden from Annihilation.
Oh, okay. Okay. Good. It all comes full circle. Man. It all comes full circle.
I just watched it the other night. That's why it was so fresh. It was to Jax.
I mean, you don't watch it every night? That's
Oh yeah, I mean,
yeah. You love watching the best Mortal Kombat movie every night. I mean, why wouldn't you?
I like it. I'll say it.
Okay.
Blow me up if you want to.
I like it. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna sit here and see how DJT reacts to this situation here. Now he hit that knee, and I feel like he misconfirmed there, where he canceled the Superman. Where I feel like most players will cancel into the Superman, but not cancel it if it does hit with that forward knee, I believe that's forward 4 with Raiden. So
yeah, forward.
Getting a little bit of shaky.
Knock it.
Yeah. I'm seeing a little shaky gameplay here from Blitzwing. So I want to see him clean it up. Love the spacing here from DJT, that little stand free, just in case he does come and occupy that space. But look at Rain, man, in the hands of DJT like water.
Wave dash was invented because of Rain. Let's call it. It's like the reason why it's called a wave dash is because of this character's movement. And that forward 3 that DJT's tried to put out on the screen, that's only minus what, 1 or 2? Stop it.
This guy's a literal Combat League demon. That was so good. That was, come on, man. Of course you're gonna swing there. You think I'm negative? Or I'm negative.
This is the ultimate level of unpredictability that is working out for Blitzwing, and I am loving it. Because DJT is like, what the heck do I do now? Right? Now in those situations, I think that DJT is gonna tighten up, block a little bit more, and Blitzwing's gonna start throwing like just like that. That was nice tech, though.
Yeah. Definitely switch it up at any moment. But again, I feel like DJT typically, even just going into the set, we were like, DJT, the man of patience, the man that knows how to just be calm and wait. But right now, Blitzwing is going in. Like, Blitzwing is getting the best of this man's mentality, the best of his mental state here. And that is not an easy thing to do. I mean, Blitzwing, where have you been? Where have you been my whole life? I love it.
He's been playing super hard to get as well the entire match. DJT has struggled closing that gap, and he's struggled maintaining pressure, getting those big hits, looking for confirms in the Hydro boost. That's a credit to the defense on the other side as well, where we haven't seen him open up. Rain's not about mix-ups. Rain's about, stagger heavy pressure. He did bring the mix of the tidal wave, but you're only going to lose like a couple of % if you get hit by the tidal wave. And so it's not the worst thing at the end of the day as far as damage versus damage. Blitzwing, on the other hand, has had some great confirms. into the Thunder Wave. We saw some big damage. He's got some stray hits that have looked a little sus, but that unpredictability is what's working for him. And I think that he just needs to keep this up. Sometimes the best way to open up your opponent or to catch them off guard is for you to do things that are unconventional, because the unexpected can be so effective no matter how ugly it may be on paper.
Yeah, always kind of want to mix it up, always kind of keep your opponent guessing. And, you know, I feel like there's those things that like only work at a really, really high level. And, you know, doing things like swinging there, that fatal blow, or just like, you know, taking advantage of situations where like, okay, everybody respects this, but I'm not going to respect this because I should respect this. So again, it's just kind of like a state of mind here, if you will. DJT swinging back here, trying to, you know, open up that spacing there, but here comes Raiden's headbutt. DJT with a regular forward throw, trying to keep him in the corner. He's going to utilize that interactable. I don't think he's going to give him the chance. And DJT being nice and patient here, waiting for that roll to finish. Not quite getting the punish, but does get tripped up here by the low. And it'll blow. I think he's alive. I think he was trying to bait out the breakaway, and DJT didn't give him.
What's the read here? What's the read here, though, Arma?
Throw. Dash and throw. No, back it off. Oh, what? What did he try?
Could he have crouched? It wasn't a punish. He definitely could have crouched. He just took that guitar right to the mouth.
I mean, maybe he tried to flawless block it and just did it too late. I really don't know, but hold on a second. We got some space in. Here comes that forward one out of Raiden, that giant staff coming out. And again, kind of just randomly taking these little projectiles is Blitzwing. Not really understanding the rhythm of DJT. And speaking of rhythm, here comes that wave dash in so fast, so quickly, so swiftly that he is able to punish that on recovery there. So Blitzwing needs to think twice about throwing and whiffing with those projectiles. Here comes the kicks. They are just slightly negative, definitely not unsafe. The DJT gets that nice little reset there right in his face. The micro tuck on wake up there. Up to see. Can he make this comeback? No. And DJT gets that first game. He's here to play.
What a crazy reaction direct with Kombat 3, which does have really fast startup, but it's a tricky normal because sometimes that initial hit will just whiff entirely and it won't be active until he comes down with the second kick. That's the safe one. But really good use of that normal. DJT uses 4-3 more than any other Rain that I've ever seen. It's something that he loves, and it's really good in neutral because it closes the gap very safely. It's a really good anti-air. It has a world, and I mean a world of priority in and of itself. And DJT has such a simple game plan with Rain. Simple staggers, throws, works his way around zoning. It's just simple but effective, and that's what we know DJT for. It was just like that with Baraka too.
Yeah, just kind of wait for the hit, find the hit, and don't screw up the combo. Get as much damage as possible, and yeah, you know, go to the strike throw game, very down to the core. But I think what DJT loves about Rain is that mobility. I mean, look at him just move back and forth. It kind of looks like he's just teleporting in your face, but he's not, and that's all about, you know, I guess that's half Rain, half DJT execution. Continuing that string, finishing that string, going for the throw. Very unsafe stuff if you do duck under. DJT trying to keep himself as safe as possible. But here comes the Thunder Wave. Good damage here, trying to take him all the way to the corner. DJT getting bullied there with the overhead. Do it again. No! And DJT rolling out of dodge, finding a punishable situation in his favor. And
wow, what a stack.
Trying to get out of here.
Back 1-2, and he tried it. I respect it. Going for it all, and DJT thought the breakaway wasn't going to come, and that is a very hard fatal blow to combo into. I'm not even too sure if it would have worked in that situation. I think he tried a 2-4-2 cancel of it really early on, or a breakaway from Blitzwing, and it saves his life, and it gives him a match point here.
Oh, throw tech, get off me. Love it, love it, love it again. Okay, this man is a super clutch throw techer. Big jump in here from DJT from downtown. Making some good damage here, 20%. Keeping the onslaught, keeping the guessing here with the strings. But here comes the down two, he just did it!
Okay,
He
Arma, That
He just did it.
That's one of the few things in MK11 that is plus double digits. He can jail right there. That down 2 was unholy.
Shouldn't have worked. Should not have worked. Should not have worked. But hey, DJT can only blame himself in this situation. Here comes the big knee. Able to go into Thunder Wave, ending it there at the end, trying to get as much damage as possible. Showing up. He's dead. No! He didn't.
Arma.
He just did it.
Why would it not come down to anything else but that? Why would it not end in any other way but that? Blitzwing? How about raw fatal blow for the win?
He just did it.
He
Just did it.
I love it though, because all DJT had to do was block 3 times, right?
This block.
On paper.
I want to say all 3 of Blitzking's wins was from Fatal Blow. Bro, he just
I love it though.
He
I
just-
love the savagery, the unorthodox play. It works out. It catches a lot of people off guard. And my man's out here gaming, winning, advancing in bracket. Let's go. DJT is going
Love
to be
it.
eliminated, unfortunately, from this event, but we will see DJT again in the finale. This is the final week. Currently, he is the 9th seed.
yes,
And
he is, and just did it. He
a little
just
speechless
did
we
it.
are. A little speechless we are because
Yeah.
get
A
him
little
a
bit, a
Nike
little bit.
sponsorship immediately. Get him a Nike sponsor ASAP. Just
Yeah,
do
yeah.
it.
Do it. And what you
Just
guys
do
should
it.
just do at home is check out this merch that we have for you. You guys want to see more of it, head on over to Amazon.com/Mortal Kombat. We got a lot of regions you can rep, some characters you can rock out in the real world. We got Scorpion, Melina, Sub-Zero, and if you guys love a character that we just saw here that loves the Fatal Blow, somebody please buy Blitz a Raiden shirt. You guys can see more shirts, more different styles. I got hoodies, long sleeves, tank tops. You know, summer's here, sun's out, guns out. You guys want to see the whole catalog? Amazon.com/Mortal Kombat. A lot of different variety options. Check it out now.
All right, guys.
that
That is
is,
going to do it for us. For now, we're going to be back with the next couple rounds of matches. Don't go anywhere. More Mortal Kombat coming up. Right back, guys. I promise. Don't go anywhere. I'm watching you.
No jokes, no gimmicks, just combat.
PlayStation.
Hey guys, Ketchup and Mustard here, and it's time to test your might in the Mortal Kombat 11 Open Series. Ready to rumble? Power on your PlayStation and head to the Events app, filter by type, and select a convenient date and time. Boot up MK11 and locate the PS4 Tournaments menu option. Click it to visit a familiar place, the Console Events tab. Sign up and prepare to play. Once registered, you can view your tournament details and check-in time. A notification will remind you to tighten your black belt and get over here for your match. Continue combat in the open qualifiers to close in on the competition. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the tournaments.
PlayStation. Who are you?
I'm your worst nightmare.
Any ring I step into is mine. End of the line.
Then this fight is now personal.
It is exhausting being so perfect.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Mortal Kombat 11 Pro Competition. We are in the final week of North America West before the 16-player finale, where $10,000 is going to be on the line. But we're just determining who is going to be competing for that money here today. We're in the middle of top 8, but before we get back into the madness that has been happening, and I refer to that last match if you guys were watching before. Before we get into that, I want to talk about our partner here for the Pro Competition. Presented by PS4 Tournaments. Go check out the Open Series. Weekly competitions for all skill levels, rewards on the line. You can play with your friends, you can play with your rivals. Visit the PS4 Competition Center, the one destination that has all Mortal Kombat content, not just tournaments, but also inside looks as to how top players play, tips and tricks for all players, and skill levels from top players across the world. All you have to do is go to compete.playstation.com and sign in with your PSN ID. And that is it. And here is that bracket I was talking about. Too Easy and Jukes getting the victories above to make our finals. Down below, we're in losers round number 2, where we're going to pick up with Pop-Tart versus Unfazed Moses and Down Baton versus Blitzwing. Down Baton versus Too Easy was a close one. He was looking good with that Sub-Zero. Blitzwing, the madness over DJT is what I was talking about. Pop-Tart the Cordal. And for Moses, continuing the run, that Noob Saibot was looking strong. And another interesting matchup. Welcome back, everyone. Arma, it's time for Mortal Kombat.
Can't wait to see how these two titans clash. Now, Pop-Tart definitely going to have the power of the sun and the power of all the downplay out there as he's rocking this Kotal Khan, most likely with a mid-command grab, because why wouldn't you equip that? And it's going to be tough to get in there on Unfazed Moses there. He was doing a great job of zoning out Terminator, but let's see how much he can do against a different matchup altogether. A character with a little bit more of forward advancing normals, but definitely doesn't have a teleport unless he does have that cat equip. I didn't see if he had anything, or what he had special there.
This is an interesting matchup. It's been talked about. This is probably the most talked about matchup if you're a Noob Saibot and a Kotal Khan player. Like, this is it. No one knows exactly what it is. At the end of the day, that probably means it's even, because both communities feel like they lose this matchup. But boy, oh boy, is this a slugfest. Big, advancing Kotal Khan coming in hot. And if Noob Saibot's back into the corner, this is where Kotal Khan can run you over. One guess for life, and there it goes. Getting the Hawaiian punch. Oh, there's Bruce, and I don't know why he wouldn't put him in the corner right there with the guaranteed kill.
Oh.
It's because he wanted to do it. Pop-Tart. Guys, those weren't tea bags. He was just putting the Pop-Tarts into the toaster. That's what that was. He put the Pop-Tarts into the toaster. A lot, over and over again. Over and over again.
I don't agree with doing that round 1. Quite a statement, though, if you're trying to get under the skin of your opponent, trying to figure out, you know, what's going to break them. Goes for a fake short hop instead of a regular overhead coming out. Here comes a mid-command grab, trying to make that gap there, but here comes a big crushing blow, and just like that, Unfazed Moses completely turning it around there, teabags or not, all business here. Pushing Pop-Tart all the way at full screen. Moses, though, going for a regular jump in. Follows up with some nice strings at the end. Pop-Tart possibly looking for some kind of throw there. Decides to let go of block. Comes from Unfazed Moses swinging forward. And yes, the cat is equipped, so that is going to be an option here for a lot of projectiles. So Unfazed Moses has to be a little cautious when he throws those out here.
Trying to go for the anti-air Jaguar, and he doesn't get punished. That has so much recovery to it. Pop-Tart got away with one there, but now we're in an even situation. Back into the corner. Pop-Tart doesn't have the meter. Otherwise, he would have done the amplified cat to get out of the corner right there. So he's going to eat all of Noob Saibot's damage. And those strings of Noob Saibots, we talked about them earlier, they are hard to deal with when they are active. They are out there, and if you try to hit them or beat them or whiff punish them, his hurt box isn't there, but his buddy's there to say, hey, how's it going? Nice to meet you.
A lot of extended hitboxes there, and very, very little risk. He does have some recovery, And Kotal does have, something to try to counteract there. The transformation into the Jaguar kind of acts as a very long, extended hitbox, or sort of like where he turns himself into a projectile. But you got to go back and think about that first round, Mr. Aquaman. How did that first round end with Pop-Tart taunting his opponent as he summoned the sun towards him, and didn't even get the victory here in that game? So you got to be, I don't know. I feel like you got to be a little bit less willing to take a little humiliating situation every time it comes your way.
Kotal Khan's jump one has been one of the biggest things in Mortal Kombat for 6 years now. He's got a big old jump in, reaching to the stars, reaching to another continent when he takes to the air. Welcome to the corner, and Kotal Khan's set play. Boy, you don't want to guess wrong twice guess wrong once after getting hit by him in the corner. Otherwise, it could be a tough health deficit to overcome. And there is that positioning where his back was to the corner, it was really close, and the down 4 Jaguar immediately resets position back to mid-screen. Oh, going through it! Amplified, giving him enough. This is a really good knockdown. He could try to chip in the God Ray, and he whiffed 20 years out there. Still got punished on the tail end, and he's just trying to get anything unblocked in the God Ray.
I feel like he finished that string just
down.
Yeah, I feel like he finished that string just to get a little bit farther from you. But, huge shout-outs to Unfazed Moses for still getting that punish. Oh, 1, 2. Of course, it's going to tick throw if it does on block. The other great thing is if they go airborne, still get a combo here.
He had the damage boost from the previous one, and now he's at like peak sun right now. Watch how much this Jaguar does. 20% gone off of a safe special move, baby. And that is gonna do it. He's drinking the no brutality. You hate to see it. But what a game from Pop-Tart there. That is cooking with Kotal Khan, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our morning cooking show. Cooking with Kotal. He's going to grab some steak and eggs. He's going to hold it out in the sun until they're cooked, and he's going to go, there you go. You're welcome.
Dunking in a little sauce. I don't know if you do that, but Kotal Khan definitely does that. Just going in, getting that mid-command grab, mix after mix. I mean, really, it comes down to a very simple mix, whether you're going to command grab or not command grab. Not always the easiest thing to determine, but Unfazed Moses, whenever that command grab does whiff, I feel like he's been doing a good job making sure that punish hits, making sure, getting that damage that's left on the table. Most likely going to be seeing around the same variations. I don't think he's going to switch over to anything different or anything new. Yeah, so we got the Shadow Slide, the Spirit Ball, and the Amplified or Enhanced option here for a combo state from the Air Telly Slam.
Ooh, back 2-2. And like I talked about earlier, now that Jaguar is a mix-up, and back 2-2 will have some mind games behind it as well. I want to see that a little bit more. Something very strong that this variation in particular has. Thought that a command grab was going to come right there, and then you saw regular string unload plus frames. You see him throwing out back to 2 a little bit more, and you saw the second one already anti-air into a big combo. That is huge. And what an aggressive play right there by Pop-Tart, wave dashing into his face at slide range. That's one of those ballsy reads Kotal Khan's gonna have to make here against Noob Saibot, not to let him control and dominate that space on the screen. He's got some wonderful confirmations into the Khan cut. Khan cut backed up by command grab is a match made in heaven. Big damage, big knockdown, damage boost.
Look at the spacing.
And here we go. Give me the juice.
Look at this.
Now what more? Wait a second. Enough? We get some of the shift. That was pretty scary. Pop-Tart almost threw that away a couple of times. Moses had some opportunities. Pop-Tart takes the first lead of the set.
Fight.
Again? Not like this. Harry actually working out for once. Arma, I can't even downplay right now. This is incredible.
All the things working out here for Kotal Khan. Got one on the wake up, and Noob Saibot delays the wake up, gets up a little bit later, finishes the string, trying to keep it safe, and walking back, getting that space. Again, Kotal Khan really really has some buttons to work with. As we were talking about forward advancing buttons. Tries to get the flawless block there. Doesn't happen, but a little too predictable. Reversal throw, a very common option when your opponent is slightly negative because you think, oh, they're just gonna block, so here comes my throw. No, I'm thinking one step ahead of that. And Pop-Tart making this comeback so far, 2-1 victory lead here. He needs one more to get this Noob Saibot out of the tournament to advance farther into this bracket and solidify more points for that better seeding. Yeah, I feel like Pop-Tart's guaranteed. So the limit here for Pop-Tart is 760 points if he gets first place today. And that'll jump him all the way to potentially 3rd or 4th seed. Depending on how, who does well. If it's DJT's out of this. So yeah, he could potentially jump up real high in today's bracket for those top 16 qualifying spots. See if Pop-Tart can go the distance here. Looking down 3. Now, see Sub-Zero out of Unfazed Moses? I think most
we have not.
Part it's Saibot.
That's an interesting choice. I think that he just wants to kind of fight fire with fire in offensive. Wow. Pop-Tart with some great wave dash and a meaty throws. That's going to force aggression right there, just like that from Moses. But that's also what's gotten Moses killed. That's the Kotal Khan mix-up. He knocks you down, he'll try to meet you with grab, and then next time around, if he meets you with forward 2, you're gonna go for the ride of your life. Breakaway, short hop mix-up's coming. Ooh, he kept it really safe right there. He's got to guess for your life off those 1-2s of Kotal Khan. And in the big hit advantage, the newly buffed hit advantages of down force a couple patches ago, coming out to play. Match point for Pop-Tart, who's turned this around. Game 1 was looking kind of crazy, but he has managed to find the Kotal damage sits.
Just the creeping ice doing as much damage as possible here. Doesn't get flawless block there at the end. I just kind of feel like Unfazed Moses a little too hesitant when it comes to taking those risks, especially if he thinks that Jaguar is going to be coming out instead, rolling over and not connecting that forward advancing mid, instead whipping slightly there with that stand 1. As maybe the Jaguar gets the down 1 punish Sub-Zero. He is getting pushed back a little bit here as he doesn't opt to open the tick throw. Look at that, man. Look at the conversion. Able to go to the launcher. Straight command grab. Going to amplify, throw him towards the corner. Knock off that real estate there. The breathing room that Sub-Zero is looking for. Unfazed Moses going for a ride. The ride of his life, but he drops the combo. Is he going to kill?
Drop the Oh yeah, dropped the forward 1-2. He did a little too fast and only got the forward 2. And it just wins the forward 1-2. KB. And is he going to slag on us here? Oh, that's really tight. That's really tight. I respect it. Pop-Tart taking it 3-1. A Kotal comeback.
Yeah, I'd say it was a Kotal comeback. Unfazed Moses winning that first game and Pop-Tart making the right adjustments. Going for a little bit more command grabs. But he just kept it cool. Kept it calm and cool. And we see Kotal Khan getting way farther into this tournament, way farther into the bracket. A little bit higher there for those top 16 qualifying spots, which are going to be for the $10,000 prize pool in NA West regional finals. Yes, the regional finals that is coming up in a few weeks. Right now, let's focus on these guys and how well they are doing. Pop-Tart is just been killing it here. Unfazed Moses going down at 5th place, I believe. And right now, as we kind of see the seedings to see who is still up for grabs. So Unfazed Moses came out of here at 5th place. At the end of the 8 qualifying weeks, Unfazed Moses solidifying himself 445 points. Now, I believe that should be enough to qualify there, depending on how everybody else does. But it's very, very close here, Mr. Aquaman. Very, very close.
Yeah, I think so. It's going to be close because there are a lot of factors here on the west region to consider.
Yeah.
You got Jukes coming in. We have well, maybe not so much as Cobra Tango and Blitzwing fell down. Jukes is still going, so Jukes is pretty much in. J-Chan eliminated, and with Moses eliminated, we'll see. The 445 should be good, and it should be maybe solidifying around 13th. I would say around 13th place for the finale, but we'll see what else happens. Because like, at 445, Hatman's not going to pass him.
Yeah.
J-Chan's not going to pass him, and no one else below that. So I think that he has sealed his fate. So wonderful job.
Yeah, that should be spot 14, like you just said, Mr. Aquaman. So yeah, we're kind of looking at the notes here, trying to see, who's getting however many points. And again, we are just kind of seeing what could happen there. But Unfazed Moses did a great job, not just in today's top 8 stream, but just kind of that name that's been really consistent there, signing up for as many weeks as possible, and just doing a great job. And it's definitely not an easy region to fight through. I mean, North America is where a lot of the competition for NRS games in general have been for a very long time. Not to knock the rest of the world. I mean, obviously the rest of the world has incredible players all over the place, but this is an American game, and this is where all the tournaments were. This is where all the offline demons were created. This is so good.
Almost 2,000 entrants this week, East and West combined. It was almost 1,900. With 1120 and 754 for East and West. Yeah, some of the biggest numbers in MK history. North America, baby. This is our game, and we have defended it every single time.
Love to see it. Love it.
Will America lose in Mortal Kombat? Has got to be one of the biggest storylines of competitive Mortal Kombat history.
Do you recall being
at a World Championship?
I recall being
Are we ever going to fall to EU? Are we ever going to fall to Middle East? Are we ever going to fall to Russia? Are we ever going to fall to Latin America? Like, there's so many regions that are so strong, but we've managed so far to defend our turf, and boy oh boy have they gotten close with Tekken Master and Foxy in the past. If we didn't have Sonic, woo! I don't know.
It's been close. It's definitely a lot of close calls here.
Close.
You love to see it. You love to see the spread of Mortal Kombat love all over the world here. Down 4 slide, the forbidden tech gear. You think it's your turn because you blocked my down 4? No, here comes the slide, and you're in the corner. Blitzwing is going in here, going ham, going crazy. The overhead, he hits it again. What a god! A huge payout here with this overhead crushing blow, and connects the fatal blow there at the end. Is this going to be enough to kill? A few more hits left in this animation. Going to be electrocuting him like a beam here. He's got 1% left. He's literally got 1% left. He bet it all on slide. I love this man. I love Blitzwing the way he's playing. I love what he's bringing to the table here. And Raiden, of all characters, I definitely think he's a little downplayed, but I still think I think Raiden is definitely not seen as much as the other characters. And 1-2, good hit confirm into the ice ball, keeping him in the corner here. Over the other side. Commitment from Blitzwing, committing to a button on the way down from the sky. Nice to try to keep it as safe as possible. Maybe a standing
position. The ball right there.
I thought he was gonna. Yeah, I thought he was gonna go for 1-2-4.
Gonna have the round regardless. And Blitzwing starting this one off, slowly building that breakaway. So a hit here is definitely gonna be a free KB. We're gonna load the slide crushing blow. Yeet. Might have it loaded. I've got a 2. We got one real early on. Shimmied by the 1-2 as well. Pressure is on the down 4. Going through that handling. The madness. It's begun, Arma. It's begun.
Straight madness here. Over to the other side. Cashing in big time here. 34% thanks to that crushing blow. What's Blitzwing gonna do? Doesn't have fatal blow to get, but he does have a wave right into the thunder wave. Good hit confirmed. Tries to hit that interactable. Oh no! That could have been a huge punish, but he does get it afterwards. He does hit it afterwards, and that's going to be all she wrote. Blitzwing going down as down baton. Taking that first game here, trying to solidify this lead, trying to get a jump on the opponent. I think he played it well. I think he played it really well. A lot of Raiden things happened. A lot of Raiden things did happen, but that is
That's what we expect after what happened in the last round. And will he be able to make this comeback happen? And will we see the raw fatal blows?
I mean,
I'm really ready for it over here.
According to Killer Keith, this is what every Raiden player does. So yes, we're gonna see more of these fatal blows. We're gonna be seeing lots and lots of these just let it rip moments. I mean, it's a pretty far-reaching fatal blow. You know, if you max out the distance, a little tougher to punish depending on what you have in your arsenal. Some characters, you know, can cover that gap pretty easily or cover that distance pretty easily, get in there in time for a punish. But some characters have a little bit more trouble with that. Well, teleports in place with the use of one bar. That is a bad hit from here. And Blitzwing gonna take full advantage of it, hitting him with some mids, finishing it up there with the overhead afterwards. Oh, tell me he's gonna do it again. Tell me he's gonna do it again. No, it's the low. It's the low. He might be scared of the double overhead now. You gotta think about that. It is super duper unsafe, but it can make you scared.
He wasn't afraid to go for it against DJT, that is for sure. Even doing, I think, a teleport into it. Talk about max aggression. Everybody down baton, those backdash back threes have not clipped Blitzwing yet, and his raw slides. Both of these guys are not afraid to put it all on the line.
Round 2.
Blitzwing.
Fight.
Being alive.
I feel like Blitzwing is willing. He's willing to take the risk if it's worth it. Like if the reward is just as high as the risk, he's like, all right, cool, let's play. That's 50-50. Oh boy, never mind. That was a bad risk. That was a bad risk, especially against Sub-Zero, especially in the corner. Does get the breakaway though, able to find the second hit afterwards with this momentum. A lot of overheads here. Duck it under the throw. I feel like it's a pretty obvious. Oh boy, not holding out on the fatal blow because he thinks it might be enough here to get the win or at least put him in a very uncomfortable chip out situation. Is it gonna be enough? No, again, down to nothing. Teleport, simple throw. Super simple.
It was so simple that I don't think any of us saw it coming because of what Blitzwing showed us throughout the entire tournament, right? Where we're like, all right, what's about to come that's absolutely crazy? He's like, nah, let's just keep it a teleport throw. It's fast. Most people don't react anyway. And they're expecting a down one there that's really hard to beat out anyway. Again, if you haven't reacted to the teleport already, that was smooth. A 1-1 situation, two madmen going at it. Aggressive Mortal Kombat, just like on the East tournament earlier. Full aggression. And this has kind of been a progressing change in nature of matches in these top 8s. You know, early on it was much more zone heavy. I haven't seen zoning since I got on the pro competition today, and that was like 5.5 hours ago. 6.5 hours ago. How long?
It's been quite a while. Yeah, we definitely got on here for like almost 6 hours ago. That's not including mic check for you guys. Hold on a second. We got a little slide here.
Oh, that was a forbidden end to the string as well there for Raid. But seriously, this has been offense from start to end. A little bit of a change of pace for me here. That's a neutral. Oh, back one was really active right there. Let's take that in the lab and see what the X-Strings are on it. Todd does not want to be here. Gets lucky, beating up the active 4-2s out of range it looked like. Or he went underneath it. Who knows with that 4-2 put up to the sky, just make a big neutral jump read. And this is not MKX. You cannot auto-neutral with neutral jump with Raiden anymore. That NJP is gone.
Oh man. Horrors. The horrors we've all lived for. It's into a nice easy confirm here. Thunder Wave gonna pop up for a big combo, and Sub-Zero just decides to wake up down one, trying to get the turn back on his side, able to swing. Here comes the throw from Raiden. And down baton, finding a big combo conversion, trying to get as much damage as possible, sliding right into that breakaway. I love Blitzwing's ability to kind of mess with the timing of it, not be too predictable when it comes to these breakaways, and getting his opponent in a very punishable state here, just trying to chip out at this point. Even if he did block it there, would have had that last breath mechanic, but you never want to give Sub-Zero enough breathing room there. If you correct guesses, could turn it around for any Sub-Zero. Wake up, chilling heel here. Looks like Blitzwing looking for the overhead. There it is this time. There it is this time. Overhead connecting, no problem at all. Down Baton trying to take this lead and beating him there with those buttons. Nice space back one.
Had him dead to rights on the combo, dropped it twice, and now he's gonna give him a last breath, but is able to take it with a jump in, just down one poke right there. But I gotta say something, that last 45 seconds, give or take, only one thing was blocked. That was both players refusing to want the other one to play by always pressing. Even on hit, it didn't seem to matter. That was a very aggressive round right there.
Yeah,
you could feel the tension almost in the air where they didn't want to give the other one the lead. But you know, sometimes you do have to get a little defensive in these games. You know, when it is not your turn, it is not your turn. But it's worked for Blitzwing so far, so I can't really say too much, can I?
No, definitely not. You can't knock. Look, man. Not only that, before this match, taking down one of the greatest to play the game of NRS game. DJT finds himself in a good spot, and if you ever knocked Blitz before, or ever doubted him, I think Blitz has definitely proved their point, prove that they can hang with the best by taking down one of the best. DJT. Right now, Blitz is in a tough spot, needs to win these next 2 games in order to stay in this tournament. And this is not a good look for him at all. Down Baton connecting perfectly here, but Blitz utilizing that rated movement. Definitely one of the most downplayed moves in this game. That teleport recovers so quickly. And just like that, he said, I'm gonna do it on block, I don't care. That's what happens when you don't care. That back one has been destroying Blitz. Like, let me just be real. 100%
it really
destroying Blitz in the new
back dash, back one is everything that Sub-Zero, almost everything that Sub-Zero has got outside of the mix-up, right? It's getting that back one to lead into the mix-up. And wait a second! Speaking of eating someone up, it's Blitzwing with that aggression. Landing a Thunder Wave and coming up with resources necessary for the round. Not a raw Fatal Blow victory, but a Fatal Blow victory nonetheless to stay alive in this tournament altogether. And Blitzwing is in a position, a savage one, to have to win the entire thing to try to make it into the finale. But if he's able to, maybe. Also,
I mean,
down Baton is in the same situation.
Okay, okay, so whoever
also wins the entire thing, yep.
Okay, winner has a chance. A lot of pressure. Yeah, a lot of pressure at these guys. This is the lower side, so you are going to be out of the tournament if you lose. So, you know, Cinderella story going to be happening no matter what. Tossing him closer to the corner, keeping him in the corner here. I just want to see Blitzwing go to the next game. I just want to see at least one more raw fatal blow. Hold on a second, I'm getting my wish. No available at all. And Blitzwing tying this up, sending us to a game number 5. And the teleport, I feel like, is really helping out Blitzwing. Or just helping out this character in general with mobility. Like, it's so, on top of that, Raiden also has like some of the best backwalk movement in this game. Like the startup on the backwalk is so good, and it complements his button so well between, you know, back 3 and forward 1. it's a really good combination to help you feel like you've got really good space and really good space control. Now obviously Raiden does have some weaknesses. Definitely not going to say that he's like the best character in the game at all. But again, I think Elo so good for so many different situations.
Absolutely viable for sure. And hate to say it, but that's kind of essential if you want to compete with Raiden, is to have teleport on your toolkit, because that alone is game changing. In that he is playing his own game with that teleport. Anti-zoner, a zoner himself with a very fast projectile, can amplify it to add a mid, very similar to the Spawn's, just a lot faster. Plus on block, I believe. There's really cool shenanigans with Raiden that aren't kind of known or widely known an awful lot because he's got some stuff, and most Raiden players feel like he's gotten better with all the patches, and he's in a good spot now, or decent spot now, I would say. But there's not a lot of ways to play him. Like this is competitive Raiden is teleport, and Storm Cell.
Yeah, I feel like if I played Raiden, there's no way I'd come in any match without that teleport. It's too good.
Come in with Rolling Thunder, baby. The little cloud on the ground that's just chilling there doing a little bit of dot damage. Yeah.
Good.
Let's go.
No, thanks. Oh, he just did it. Oh, he just did it. Because of that, Sub-Zero gets that nice capture. Nice little combo here, amplifying it for a little less than 30% here. He just find himself up against the corner and giving him a little bit of footsies of his own. The spacing so immaculate here. You gotta watch out, man. When that thing whips, you're recovering for days. Very dangerous stuff. We really haven't seen Blitzwing using it too often, but every time he does, I feel like it's usually his demise. Just like that, down baton, one round away from moving on and being the basically the center of this Cinderella story. Whoever wins in this matchup is going to be the one we're all cheering for to make that last-minute run here from number 8. Back 3-2. Good hit confirm right into the creeping ice, or maybe he wanted to keep it safe. Who knows?
And there it is again, Arma. The dash back into back one. Just catching Blitzwing, pressing something. It's been a history that has repeated itself the entirety of this match. The side switch, okay. Trying to loop him, gets into the corner off 2 hits.
Love it, love it. He's all over the place, all over him. The jump in, the teleport on Oki, hitting the Thunder Wave. Now, not going to be enough to kill, I don't think, especially with that breakaway. Tries to go for the throw. He's dead, he's dead, he's dead. Blitzwing, hit for you. Bypassing that fatal blow, not even giving him the opportunity to go for a crazy YOLO fatal blow. Instead, Sub-Zero going to be putting the final nail in that coffin, and unfortunate for Blitzwing, this is the end of your run. Down baton, still moving on, and still being the main character of tonight's Cinderella story. Let's see if he can go the distance. There you go, there it is. That head is your chance at getting into that final qualifying spot. Blitzwing, thank you so much for the memories. Thank you so much for the moments. You had an incredible win tonight. Definitely don't doubt yourself. You're a great player. Keep on trucking, man. So good. I want to see more. I want to see more of that Raiden. As the months, as more events come by, I mean, there's a lot of things out there, man. A lot of things that are put on by the community. I want to see more. I want to see more of Blitzwing.
Yeah,
so good.
And there's so many new names that have come in with the pro competition that I would love to see more in some of these community events, right? It would be incredible to see, but the pro competition has been that platform to bring so many new players here into the fold. So massive shout outs to them on that. I want to give a quick shout out to one of our partners here at the pro competition as well. Is going to be Astro Gaming, the official audio partner of the Mortal Kombat 11 Pro Competition. All of our caster audio is powered by Astro for the entirety of the season. And go visit astrogaming.com to find out more information on all of their officially licensed PlayStation products. So check them out, astrogaming.com. Level up your audio, whether it be for the game, whether it be for your stream. Check them out.
A lot of good stuff there. A lot of good stuff. Mr. Aquaman is telling no lies as we tell you. Head on over. Check it out as we check out, hopefully, what we're going to be seeing here in the next match. The next bout we have, I believe, is we have winners finals coming up next. Either way, the winners final stage is set. 2EZ versus Jukes. Two highly seeded players here so far in the NA West final standings. 2EZ looking to be sitting right, I think, currently at, now that DJT is out of the tournament, guaranteed number 1 seed here. Even if he gets third place, 990 points, will put him above King Gambler, while we have Jukes over on the other side, 13th place. Yeah. Actually, a lot lower seed than I remembered. So not super highly seeded, but with a guarantee of third. Yeah, he's guaranteed 505
points. He is guaranteed 505. Yep. So 11.
That should be.
Right now?
I believe Pop-Tart is past that, though. So Pop-Tart is 11.
Will pass him. and then he'll take 11 over Averick, right?
Yeah.
Is that right? No, he'll still be below. He'll just be at 11.
A lot of bracketology, a lot of math here.
A lot of math, and guys, please don't hold not doing math quickly off the top of our heads against us. I refuse to believe that I need to do quick math to get through life. Please don't prove me wrong.
I see.
I'm trying. It's a simple life, but someone's got to do it.
Okay.
That's why I press when people are plus, because I refuse to believe it.
It's a they usually say frames are just a state of mind, you know. So if you don't want to be negative, you don't have to be. You can just always be positive.
Exactly.
Isn't that what people are always telling you?
In your mind, right here. Always be plus. Always be pressing.
So big shout out.
Terrible.
Oh, I guess Blitzking. I guess Blitzking likes to go by VL. Is it VL? I don't know. But VL, love you. Love that Raiden. Awesome play. Also, shout out to King Gambler. Yes, you are no longer #1 seed. Looks like Too Easy passed you up in that sense. So you're definitely going to be having a completely different bracket in terms of, you know, coming out in seed #1 versus seed #2. Almost as good as seed #1. So, you know, we'll be playing 15th seed, you know, right away versus playing 16th seed. So don't get too sad. I know King Gambler likes to get a little emo sometimes, but definitely a good look for you. You've been doing incredible in this region. I can't wait, man. I can't wait to see how the regional finals, for all the regional finals, and it's so hype for all the regions. You know, we're talking about international, Latin America, NA, all good players everywhere. Like even in Australia, it's crazy. If you guys haven't been watching that one, a lot of people are usually like, oh, you know, Waz is going to win free, but the Australia and New Zealand guys have been really putting on a show in those last few weeks. And I think they can make Waz bleed. I definitely think they can make Waz bleed. So great stories all around for all the regions. Yeah,
I feel like for like
their
6
goal
years
for a while.
Now. Yeah. Well, what? Injustice 1, I get. Well, no, probably around MKX era-ish on. Waz has dominated down there, and I think that they've been trying to take him down ever since. Like every local I tune in, they're just like, there is no other objective than for Waz to simply not win, and you love to see it down there because it keeps them hungry and it gives them a goal to obtain, and they're after it. Shouts to Waz for kind of setting that in motion as well.
Yeah, you know, it's cool. It's cool. I mean, you know, not that Waz is like a bad person or anything, but every region needs a villain. Every region needs like somebody to dethrone and take down. And of course, it's in a fun and competitive way. You know, Waz does a lot for his region, his part of the world, and just really loves playing Mortal Kombat. So big shout out to anyone who loves playing Mortal Kombat, and bigger shout out to everyone who doesn't like it, but they're still here watching the stream. You definitely have your priorities straight, and I love to see it. I love to see it. Okay, Jackie Briggs versus Cetrion.
She's nuts, and we're stopping her.
The Queen of Projectiles versus the projectile herself, as Jackie just jumps in over everything, coming at you strong, especially as Too Easy we usually see playing Sub-Zero, or, you know, earlier today's broadcast playing Jade. Now she'll be playing some Cetrion. She did get a very, very slight nerf, as in she lost 5% of her health in the last patch, but overall, you know, physical nerfs, nothing really happened to her. Yeah, she's the same character here.
Yeah, it's the only thing offensively that she lost. Yeah, a little bit less, and I think it's less chip damage too, right?
I think it's just less chip damage. I think it still has the same pushback. So yeah, big shout out to the. I think it's still annoying to deal with. Either way, it's okay. Let's not upplay here. Right now, Jukes is putting on a clinic. Over half health lead here. Too Easy didn't really have much to do there. Never really got away from Jackie at the end. Whoa. Protect, I love it.
This is kind of a crazy matchup. You know, the 50 health will come into play because that means that Jackie is almost going to be able to two-tap her or put her on a lot more of a scary situation if she guesses wrong twice versus 3 times previously. That 50 health, that's how I feel when I fight Jackie as well, you know, when I play a really big damaging character, because they hit different on a 950. Will that come to effect competitively against Centurion? That's what I want to see, and this is one of our first examples of seeing it in competitive play. So far, so good for Jukes. This pick by Too Easy, not looking so easy on paper for him. He's gonna burn here on the ground. Oh, he's still burning, but this guy, the health damage.
It almost seemed like her hurt box like extended forward from that move, because like I feel like he was fine until he did that move. But
when he started it, he was out of it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I feel like her arms like dipped into the blue for just a second, and then she died. Like honestly though, at that point, what do you?
That's what she gets for throwing out her arms in the air and summoning these massive fire beams from the sky. Okay.
How's that even fair?
Jackie Briggs.
How's that fair, Mr.
How's that fair? Listen, Jackie's a human. She needs all the help she can get. She's fighting an elder goddess right now.
It's true. It's true. She's got tech. She's got technology. She's got mids.
High tech.
She's got mobility. Yeah. Super high tech.
She sure uses it. Aerial and on the ground.
Fight.
What a brawler Jackie Briggs is. Just like her father. Love that kind of design that went behind her. Keep it in the family, baby. Up close and personal.
I love that.
Beating people down. Briggs lay.
Right. Just get in there. Unless you're Sunio and you're playing, you know, super keep away, super projectile heavy, which is also really fun and refreshing. Tornado. Still a really, really good move, man. Like, nothing, I feel like even when you avoid or lose a little bit of that chip, still a super good move. Staying back. Oh, bypassing all the DOT. This is risky, though, because he's coming off the fatal blow, but he's in a bad spot. If she's definitely got a lot of breathing room here. She can just throw down the goop, and you gotta come to her somehow. Throwing the tornado, trying to do as much damage as possible. Much chip, and here comes Jackie. He just did it, and it worked. That move is super unsafe. That's actually a normal string. Ends as an overhead when she comes spiraling down after the teleport, but it is super duper unsafe. Too Easy, bet it all on that, and it paid off.
There's someone that's gonna bet big or go home. It is Too Easy. Said that plays out with Sub-Zero times, game. It's no surprise that he's the one to play Centurion with a little bit of extra aggression up his sleeves. Trying to avoid that dot damage just by lingering in the sky as long as he can, and oh no, I don't think that he got the 1-1 that he wanted, or thought that he got the 1-1, and he confirmed it. But the second one never came. You really hate to see it. Takes the next round. Good position for him here if he can push Jackie a little bit to the corner and keep her from using the space on the screen against her. Jukes has done a wonderful job of putting down dot damage, which stops the approaches, and then he has found his way in more times than not, trying to get through the zone. Credit where credit is due.
That's right. That's where it's due. Pushing back. Too Easy looking a lot better here. And again, consider that round where he almost lost. Bet it all on Fatal Blow. Bet it all on that unsafe string. Oh, and Jackie challenging with those mids, those punches just going right after Centurion does drop the combo. And Too Easy finding it no problem to just finish it off with that wake up 3. Fully invulnerable. Really, really quick. And Jackie, because of that juggle drop, committing to a string, not able to block. Smart stuff there. Good recognition from Too Easy. Too Easy getting on the board there with some Cetrion. And I know we have a little bit got some confusion on who's eliminated and who's not eliminated from the top 16. We will go into that a little bit right after this match. But I know you guys are kind of wondering who's still in there and who's seated where. We will break it down.
It's actually pretty simple. I can do it in one sentence if you want, Arbor.
Oh, let's do it.
There's only one outcome. Yeah. The only thing that's going to change the top 16 now is if Down Baton wins the entire tournament. Other than that, the top 16 is set. And I'll break down who that is after this match. But for right now, Down Baton can get in with a victory of the entire tournament. But other than that, it looks like J-Chan might be the 16th. Hope that clarifies. Just a little bit.
A little bit, and if we're not, we're gonna go more into it just a little bit. Let's focus on these competitors, though. These guys are fighting for. I mean, what are they fighting for? At this point, Too Easy definitely getting that #1 seed. The downward shot, the DOT. Definitely trying to get as much practice here in this scenario, in a tournament setting. Backing off Too Easy. Getting hit there by that dash punch. And Cetrion is just swinging here, swinging for the fences as Jukes is going down. Thanks to that tornado at the end of that string.
Fight.
Absolutely. Just to note, Jukes is actually fighting for first place. If he gets first place, he will jump up one more spot. That is it for Jukes as well. Only if Jukes wins will that even come into play because of how much of a point differential there is from 11 to 10. Avery sitting at 580. Just like Jackie's damage, I feel like every time she touches you. And here's the offensive onslaught. Well, the dot damage is going to, and now all of these combos look a whole lot heavier on another 950 character. But he has not been out of this whatsoever. Weathered the storm that is Jackie's offense very well so far. What a call out! If that forward one would have gotten the fatal blow, I would have cried on the inside, outside. I would have praised the sun, and he beat him before! And Too Easy gets another one on the board with these comebacks. Jukes' pressure has put his back to the wall. I feel like every single round, and then Too Easy does some kind of magical, Too Easy sequence of events and gets him back into it. He was the original Madman of MK11.
Ah, okay. I could see that. Yeah, but clutch fatal blows, you know, whether it was in this one, I guess it was a little bit of a, I guess Juice just thought that projectile was going to come in contact and before fatal blow even happened, but I think Too Easy either anticipated it fast enough or reacted to any kind of movement. Or remember, fatal blow is just activated by pressing 2 buttons, so there's no like, you know, directional input required. So it's pretty easy to just kind of let it rock or pull the trigger on it. And Too Easy making that huge clutch comeback before, hitting that fatal blow in game number 2, and then betting it all on the fact that he was going right into that super unsafe string, coming out the victor here, and Jukes is 1 game closer to fighting in the losers final. Definitely not where you want to be if you want to solidify as many points as possible. Definitely not where you want to be if you want to come out on top.
Push back. Scorpion, or sorry, Cetrion is the anti-Scorpion. She's more like, get over there and stay over there and never come near me.
Away. It's quite a mouthful.
Yeah. Stand mix-ups from Too Easy there. It's not going to be a lot of damage. With a couple of quick resets, would they add up? That one into the push as well. Amplify for the better frames on it. On his, I believe she gets a jail non-block. Closer. Safer block. Oh, double fatal blow territory, and here we are. Too Easy raw fatal blue. Get him. First round of the previous game, this extra damage on the dots. Wow, that did a lot. 18%. Fatal blow. Half expected it there. Beating out the gun. This is a scary situation. Can't take anything on hit. Armor won't matter whatsoever. And he put a punishable Hell's Wrath on the screen. Stays alive.
Yeah, it didn't look like he was able to amplify it there. Didn't have the bar just in time of offensive meter. And Jukes, you know, that just shows you the meter management that he's optimizing here. Using the best advantage. Rising rock wall somehow didn't connect there with Jackie. Super plus frames for Jackie. And Too Easy respecting a lot. And that's why he's susceptible to a back throw. Backing off though, instant jump 1, staying away, trying to take control of the airspeed. Whoa. Swinging. Good hit confirmed here from Too Easy. I mean, I guess you're just gonna do it either way. Tornado is just so good. You just get a little bit more if it does hit. Hell's Wrath.
Talk about how
kind of chip away.
That's going to be the round. He is covering so much of the screen right now. Everything on block is covered by just in case Jukes tries to leave the corner. And that's what those instant jump back ones are all about, buffered into Hell's Wrath. It's to keep Jukes in front of him, get him out of this air. And boy, oh boy, is this starting to work. He is shutting this down. Now that Jukes out of the corner, though, we got a completely different set of events. Punish right there. Jukes just wants to get in and schmicks right now. He's going to give it to him with those dashes. The people's elbow from the top rope. And Jukes' execution errors. Not going to matter. And there's the resetter in there. It looked like a couple of drops. Back into the wall. 82 health. And what in the world? What?
I didn't think that could win.
I got questions. I've got questions.
I've got so many questions. Can she not? Can that fatal blow not get summoned right on top of her? I feel like that's the only reason it missed.
I think that
because
it came down as she was still leaping forward, and then it locked onto her right before she was over Cetrion. And then she was over Cetrion.
I don't know, man.
That's the only way that makes sense in my mind, is that it tracked while Jackie was mid leap, and it tracked right in front of Too Easy. But it also looked like it went through Jackie, if I can be honest with you.
I guess I guess when she shoots down, she like kind of shrinks her hurt box a little bit, and I think it just like barely whiffed. So like it shrunk and then expanded again. Yeah, that was close, man. That was so close, so weird. What a strange exchange. But we got a game
what
5.
You'll probably never see again.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
No, definitely.
We're witnessing miracles here. And holy crap, what happened to the health bars? And this is back-to-back crushing blows. We went from this slow-paced, kind of drawn-out match to 4 KBs, and now half of the health on the screen is gone.
Gone. Speaking of gone, here comes the life bar just disappearing there before his eyes as Cetrion just gets that lobotomy right there thanks to that corner actor. Back to does almost connect there. It is a far-reaching mid, but you don't want to whiff that. You don't want to whiff that in front of a player like Too Easy. Swinging with that stand 1 from Cetrion. What's up?
I almost, after you said that Cetrion got a lobotomy, I was pretty close to inserting a little brain dead meme right there, but we're gonna continue here.
Wow.
As Jukes is going for the win here. It would have been a really good segue after that, but you know what? We're gonna be respectful here. Cetrion did get touched in the last patch, and Jukes looking to secure a victory over both her and Too Easy right now. If this offense can keep itself going, it was a good call down 3. That is problematic for Jackie because it can low profile that back 1 of hers. That's problematic at the beginning of the game. And Too Easy doesn't want to press too early on these leap shenanigans. He's got Jukes off both offensive bars. He's got a fatal blow. Not feeling too bad right now. The restand on hit. I'm so expecting raw fatal blow. It's worked out for him.
Yeah.
Game's already.
But
no way!
Hits it!
I'm done. It was incredible. Ridiculous.
Jukes was so sure he was going to die from DOT. Jukes was so sure that DOT was going to be enough for Cetrion. And Too Easy just staring it down. Connecting there, of course, when fatal blows or crushing blows connect, it takes away all the elements that are on the ground, including Jackie's dot damage. So huge, big brain play here from Too Easy.
Just ridiculous. This match.
trying to sniper at this guy. What kind of hit confirmation is that?
Right there. I don't. He was going for the American reset there. Gonna lose a lot of damage going for that though, and that is going to be it. Jukes, after the godlike, and I use that word very rarely on commentary. That was godlike what Too Easy did to finish out that previous round, but it was not enough. Jukes going to take this. Fatal blow was everything for Too Easy though. In the moment that he was off of it, absolutely it looked like Jukes was going to be able to secure this victory. Because outside of that, he really controlled that entire match.
Yeah, he did. He did. Really good pacing. And again, just kind of understanding how to get around some of the Cetrion obstacles that she likes to throw in your way. Jukes was very in the neutral. I feel like he was a little bit less hesitant, or a little bit more hesitant to go for like bionic bounce, and just kind of would rather approach with, let me block something and then go for like a reversal dash punch when I think he's going to move, or let me just kind of advance and get those normals going, those mids, trying to stop him from doing things like ducking or, mashing some pokes, after some strings are done. And Jukes looking incredible here in grand finals on the winner side. Too Easy still in it, and Too Easy could be a force that's going to stop our potential Cinderella story. But before we get into the next match, I do want to give a shout out to PlayStation 4 PS4 tournaments for being such a great partner to the Pro Series. Definitely definitely check them out. Mortal Kombat 11 Pro Competition is presented by PS4 Tournaments. Check out the PS4 Tournament Open Series. PS4 tournaments are weekly competitions for all skill levels. You guys can compete against your friends and rivals for unique rewards. You can visit the PlayStation 4 Competition Center, the one destination that has Mortal Kombat content that gives you an inside look at how top players play, and you also get some tips and tricks for players of all skill levels. All you got to do is go to compete.playstation.com, sign in with your PSN ID, and you are good to go. A lot of content, a lot of competition. Get out there and compete. Do what you love doing, and of course, that is playing Mortal Kombat. Playing Mortal Kombat at whatever level you like playing it at. Super fun to compete. Super fun to get out there, make some friends, just help the community grow. Let's all be great people. Let's all do what we love doing. And I can't wait, man. Can't wait for what we got coming up next, Mr. Aquaman. I believe we do have the loser semifinals. If we can take a look at that bracket one more time.
Loser semi-time, baby. It's going to be Pop-Tart going up against, I believe it's Blitzwing. Too Easy going to go into the loser's final slot. It's going to be Pop-Tart versus, Down Baton, because Down Baton, if he wins the entire tournament, is going to be in the finale. So this is really big. It's going to be Down Baton 40 going up against Pop-Tart 964, ladies and gentlemen. That is your losers semifinals. And then the winner of that will fight Too Easy in losers finals. So it's going to be Pop-Tart versus Down Baton, Kotal Khan versus Sub-Zero. It's going to be madness. These are both offensive-minded characters.
Yeah, I hope we weren't getting...
I don't expect a lot of defense here.
I hope we weren't getting an early prediction, because I'm really rooting for the Cinderella story. I'm really rooting for Down Baton to make the huge leap in terms of points from, not being anywhere near qualifying. But Down Baton can potentially get 300 and... Yeah.
I was going to say, I don't have the power to do this, but I would give him the win of the entire pro competition if he brings this back and makes it to the finale. I would just give him the title.
Fight.
Man, you gotta earn it. You gotta get through 2 more opponents, and one of those opponents is a Kotal Khan player. He is a Kotal Khan specialist. Here comes mid-command grabs. Here comes extra health for no reason. Healing ability from the sun. Of course, the little disc to keep your flawless blockable strings a little bit more safe here. Down Baton getting really aggressive after he forces that breakaway, being nice and patient, just waiting out for that whole string, not anticipating the command grab, but here it is. As soon as Pop-Tart gets a feel for how you're blocking, a feel for how defensive you're getting, he's like, okay, now it's party time. But speaking of party time, big freeze coming out of Down Baton, pushing Kotal Khan all the way to the corner. Gonna have a little help of that corner for extended combos, big damage there at the end. The slide to keep him there, not going into any kind of amplified slide. There comes the disc, keeping it safe, and the command grab coming out to play.
Papa Khan just wants some of that juice, man. He wants the damage boost, he wants you knocked down, but he is eating multiple amplified ice balls already. And Down Baton has had no fear of doing it, even with a forward 2 in his face. Escaping that forward 2 by phrase with the amplified ice ball. Now he's got everything that he's ever dreamed of as Sub-Zero. A round lead, a health lead, and a corner position. Meter to expend if he wants to come off the amplified ice ball, or keep it even safer with the creeping ice to reset neutral. This has been textbook Sub-Zero so far from Down Baton.
Ooh, trying to meet him there with those buttons, trying to meet him there with that far-reaching normal. Keeping it nice and safe is Pop-Tart, but just like that, he can switch it up and go for a command grab. No, instead getting opened up here for days thanks to Sub-Zero's back one. Keeping him back, keeping him away, trying to zone him out as much as possible.
Other one. The damage on the table and damage boost. Fatal Blow might kill here if he gets it.
Oh,
He's gone. Goes.
Shocked. I am shocked at the fact that he went for the unblockable. The unblockable hit left him in his standing position because most Kodos, I feel like, will, out of habit, just amplify that every time. But that was so smart because he was right next to him, susceptible for that big command grab, and that definitely paid out here. Down Baton slowly losing that way to get into the grand finale, the finale event for this region, but he's trying to get it back. This is the forward two, just a little too far away. Doesn't go for the forbidden tech, doesn't go for down four slide, but could be doing it a little bit later. Nice hit confirmed from Pop-Tart, popping him up for a big combo thanks to that con cut. He didn't believe.
Trying to start up a 4-4 right there instead. Beat the 4-2. Baton though, trying to load more of that KB slide. Nice breakaway by Pop-Tart. Gets a big hit here. And now welcome back to Mixtown Population U, bro. If he goes to the 4-2 meaty, he wanted to change things up. And the call out. That is kind of a 50-50 from Kotal there. Nice close out with the back 2-2. But non-amplified command grab karma is much for Kotal. He gets a 4-2. This go mostly meaty. Or he could dash up into command grab. That's kind of a 50-50 that a lot of Kordals like to throw at you in that situation. More times than not, he's been right. But what a call out by Baton to call out kind of option A in that situation. Still not enough though. Pop-Tart has kept the pressure on. And boy, when he's hit him, it's been for a lot of damage.
Yeah, man, and I feel like it was at the end there, huge missed opportunity down Baton, and it could be the nerves. But remember, guys, Pop-Tart is already qualified. Pop-Tart is playing for a better seed, possibly to go up higher, possibly to win the whole thing. Still a possibility for Pop-Tart. But down Baton, if he loses here, not going to make it into the finals, not going to make it into a top 16 spot to play for $10,000. So it's a very one-sided thing in terms of pressure, very one-sided in terms of, who's playing for what. And, unfortunately, when you can play with a little bit less pressure, personally, I feel like I play way better with less pressure on me. I don't know what kind of player down Baton is, but I think that mentality is a lot more common.
He might rumble now as pressure. And the pressure's going to be on here. Pop-Tart starts off nice with the applied ice ball again. Trying to get him out of dodge there, and that is a yes. MK11 completely safe up the biggest up twos in the game. And here's one damage, but that is such a hard combo with the change to the down one. Everyone's down one combos got a little bit hard a couple of patches ago, and he made it out the breakaway. Pop-Tart, the offense, absolutely stellar right now, but of course, when it comes down to for him, he's walking into an amplified ice ball.
Of course, that's what it comes down to here. Big jump in kick, gonna convert into big damage, even with Kotal Khan's extra boost of 1050. Able to take enough there thanks to that crushing blow. Big payout, big cash dividends here coming your way. Down Baton, keeping this corner. Pop-Tart doesn't have access to that breakaway, so down Baton trying to make as much damage as possible. Why did he do it? Why? It didn't hit, and he misconfirmed there on block. You don't want to do that for unsafe stuff.
A rare misspace of the back one by Baton there, and spacing. This started off with a damage buff of 64 meterless. Here's another one. Give me the blood, give me the damage boost. And Pop-Tart, he's looking strong here.
That he is. Looking incredible. Glowing there, glistening in the sun, if you will. Taking advantage of advantage of the fact that he is not in the air. You're down, even if you're neutral ducking. That mid-command grab is going to mess you up for days. Didn't have the bar to amplify and put him in the corner. Oh, here comes the double hitting. Smart stuff there, but Dalbaton. Whoa, tries to go for the setup. And Dalbaton ready to swing. Is he going to cash in a fatal blow? No. Looking for one more hit or a few more hits here.
Go.
Big City. 50-50 town. Oh my!
Couple
He
of
didn't
more.
go for it. Come on, please give me forward
Probably.
fatal blow. Just give me
Oh, yeah.
forward two fatal blow. It will work. Ow!
We're in territory, and there it is. The moment that we were in territory for it, he knew it was going to be coming. All he needed was one. I'm shocked that Pop-Tart was so passive in that situation, because you do not want Sub-Zero to breathe there to even find the room to throw out a mix-up. We're all tied up, 1-1.
There goes the game. Ended, desynchronized. But yeah, you're right. I think he shouldn't. I feel like he was kind of scared in that moment. Like he didn't. it's kind of one of those things. Like when you're fighting against Sub-Zero, you know what he's capable of. You know, like okay, if I guess wrong 3 times, I will die. It doesn't matter that I have a 90% life lead. If I guess wrong 3 times, I will die. And maybe some of those guesses are going to be like an incorrect anticipation throw. You know, he can get a little bit of damage off of, you know, right guesses into creeping ice, which are pretty safe for Sub-Zero. But for the most part, like if he wants to risk it, if he wants to throw it all, you know, on a coin flip, that forward 2, very tough to deal with, especially in an online setting. So when you get there and Sub-Zero's knocking, he's knocking on that door of defense, you're just like, you're so prone to panicking. You're just like, just please guess right, please guess right, please guess right. Or and I think Pop-Tart just kind of he froze there. He definitely froze a little bit. Not really what we're used to seeing from him. But Dalbaton just wants it. He really, really wants it.
The Cinderella story, it stays alive with that victory. It stays alive. 1-1. It sounds like the players are getting close to being back into the match for you guys. And yeah, that came down to the wire. Things I've seen from both players, from Pop-Tart, on Pop-Tart's side, this is almost textbook Kotal Kahn play. If you're looking to learn Kotal Kahn, this is who you want to look at right now. This is textbook, what you want to do post command grab. Again, mixing up with command grab or forward 2, and then playing around with that a little bit. You know, a couple of variants that he's done is kind of walk up a little bit, and then forward 2 to try to catch people backdashing on wake up. Another thing you can do is simply wave dash into a forward 2 to try to catch a backdash and things like that. So once you're beyond that kind of meta, it starts to develop, and he's done that really well. And on the flip side, our boy is not afraid to just do it, and it's worked.
Good, man. Definitely a good attitude to have. You know, you're playing a character like that. You know, you gotta play to that character's strength. Really, no reason to, you know, slam your head against the wall trying to play a different way or being, you know, super stubborn. High risk is also high reward. Go for it. You will get those. You will get those. You know, sometimes you guess right, sometimes you guess wrong, and vice versa. But you just gotta roll with it.
Arma, just to touch on that, a lot of people expect to be safe 100% of the time, and when they do have to take a risk, they're like, "That's punishable." They're like, "Man, why would I do that ever?" And that concept of like high risk, high reward is kind of disappearing. I feel like a lot more than it used to be. But boy, oh boy, it's Sub-Zero among living proof of that. Right, and so is talking about earlier on the East Coast side of things when we saw Shao Kahn. That's kind of the Shao Kahn archetype. He's not meant to be this safe, throw out 4-3 forward, be safe, just because you're used to being safe all the time. No, he's going to hit you for 400 if he touches you. Let him take a risk.
Yeah, definitely deserves to be unsafe in certain scenarios. Stand 1 and 2, love the tick throw. Little forward advancing there, and again, something that you can even block confirm that if you really do want to. Going for the con cut there, trying to launch him up for big damage. Ending of the command grab, listening in the sun, getting damage buffs here, and Down Baton's chances of going on in this finale are withering away. 1 round away from going down 2-1. And Pop-Tart feeling himself, despite going down that way he did that last game, totally okay with just kind of making this comeback, making some kind of thing happen here. The forward throw, keeping him in the corner, not letting him go anywhere at all. Getting a little staggery happy here. Yes, and yes, trying to keep it safe.
Just doing nothing but moving forward right now, and with no resources, takes the high-risk, high-reward route, and here we go, all over again. Non-amplify, what's the mix-up going to be? Probably 4-2, and it was these little mind games I was telling you about, Arma, that are always going to be there every time you guess right. It's always about what's next.
Definitely see that panning out, bro. Frozen still here. Big Kotal Khan fighting back, trying to just stop and get out of the corner, tries to jump out of there, but Down Baton with the spacing there, backing off thanks to that walk speed, just going back pretty slow, and there it is. That's how you avoid the command grab. You specifically want to get out of dodge of a mid. You know that mid's coming after a tick, or after a down 1, anything like that, take to the sky, just like Down Baton did in that situation. So, although mid command grabs are really good, definitely a huge risk when they have a lot of recovery like that.
Exactly, and a lot of people ask what you do. There is only one answer. You hold up, whether it be up, or up. That is it. There's no other master breed that you're going to have in that situation. Oh, this is such a big damaging combo. Bigger knockdown. And Baton has not fallen for these forward 2 shimmy attempts. But he's also not been moving. So Pop-Tart is going to close out here. He's going to pick up on that. He's going to start going back to the more meaty command grabs until he does something different.
He could. It's a long, especially with that little break after game 2, I feel like this has been a long, grueling set, like something that, you have a lot of time to think about. And, Kotal can get pretty simple. He can simplify his approach, especially if he's got good tick throws, and he's got good ways to hurt you for trying to avoid those tick throws. But it's all about, the risk he's going to be taking on approach. Yeah, he's got some great forward advancing buttons, but they are very telling. Really, really good players can usually flawless block them on approach. They know Kotal's going to hit that forward 2 at that forward 2 range. Flawless blocking is a possibility if your up 2 is good enough. Just kind of stop Kotal in his tracks altogether. But Down Baton sticking it out here with Sub-Zero. And like we said, definitely a Cinderella story here. If Down Baton gets past the next 3 opponents, including Pop-Tart here, it is going to be a huge, monumental swing there in those for that last 16th spot. The player that actually is holding on to that 16th spot is STG J-Chan. And definitely J-Chan definitely rooting for Pop-Tart right now, just saying, don't let him do this. Don't let him do this. I will lose my spot.
Round 1, fight.
And we've got King Gambler watching in the chat. He's trying to scout out who he has to play. I see who's going to place, I believe it's 15th?
Yeah, King Gambler, we see.
How many more changes going to happen to the top 16? And look at that crispy clean wave dash from Pop-Tart. Very hard to execute that many as well. Once you go beyond like 2 or 3, that's when you can really break down. Even me, who's practiced that since day 1, that's really hard to do. High execution stuff almost everywhere you look at MK11 as well.
And you never really want to drop an opportunity. Not super combo heavy, but when you get those opportunities, you don't want to leave damage on the table. And that kind of just goes for any fighting game. Down 4 from Sub-Zero. Down 4 from Down Baton.
Round 2.
Keeping him back here, playing it nice and safe. You don't want to get too crazy. Kotal definitely has the buttons to kind of make that, cover that base, cover that space between himself and his opponent, pretty much anywhere mid to full screen.
That is a fact indeed. Forward 2 has been a menace to society. That is Mortal Kombat 11. So has that mid command grab, with no problematic for players to deal with. And jumping out of the corner is down Patan though. Stay alive, the Cinderella story. As long as he is living and breathing in this match, will continue. Down force slide, the madness coming from Patan as we get later into the set on the defensive bar. And he really doesn't want to give Pop-Tart no breakaway to deal with that. Oh, and the breakaway works. Unbelievable. Even more unbelievable is the fact that it's not going to cost him a single thing here, and he still gets the game in a game 5 here.
You can do this, please, down Baton. Make the run here. At least get into this grand finals. At least go the distance here. I mean, it's crazy that you can fight and get through all these players, all these really good competitive players. But it's the consistency that gets you into that top 16 final bracket, the finale for $10,000. A lot of good players already qualified. Now Baton fighting to be among those players, fighting to get that top 6, that very last 16th spot. Here we are in a game 5 scenario here. What's it gonna be, Pop-Tart? Are we switching up the variation, or are we just gonna keep it going with the disc toss, the man grab, and the Kotal cut, the launcher that we can see nicely complementing and being able to get some damage off of a few confirmable strings.
So much is on the line here for Baton. Everyone else secured, all about where they're going to place for Pop-Tart. Looking at his points right now. The victory, guarantee third. It would jump him up to 9th over DJT for the victory here today for Pop-Tart. And with potential more on the line if he's able to get some more wins, but it has to start here. And for Baton, it's win the entire tournament or go home. The pro competition, North America, West for him. He's off to a phenomenal start here. This is big for Pop-Tart. Not going to amplify, wants the Oki. It's been a lot. I don't think that's worked one time at all, Arma. He's tried it, I'd say like 6 times, that kind of dash up and then into the forward 2. But the success rate is not there for him.
When something doesn't work so many times, sometimes you're like, all right, man, this is due for work.
There's no way it doesn't work. There's no way it doesn't work. All right, let's see if he tries it again. Just a regular forward 2 to try to change things up. Whoa. I get scared every time he does that.
That was a huge risk coming off that interactable.
And just the parry was as well. You saw earlier he did a 1-2 to punish it. All you have to do is a multi-hitting string and you will punish Kotal's parry up close. That's going to be the round for Pop-Tart though. That's so much damage. But universally, even back in X, his parry absorbs 1 hit. If you do like a 1-2, it'll just punish it.
Multiple hits really fast. What, Down Baton has been answering with before. Hits the overhead here. Short hop into the punch, no problem at all. But Pop-Tart finding a combo of his own. He's going to be amplifying to keep him in the corner, getting that little damage buff. And again, just stares him down, knows he's going to be blocking. Down Baton, your tournament life is depleting right before everybody's eyes. Tries to hit the flawless block, most likely there with that stomach kick.
It is ended.
Praising the sun with some Hawaiian punch. Total con, ladies and gentlemen.
Man,
Pop-Tart.
What a story. What a story we could have had. Pop-Tart, you had to do it. You had to not only crush down Baton's dreams, but my dreams as well. Wanted to see the comeback. But somebody whose dreams you didn't crush was Jay-Chan. One, we have the Kotal down player over here. And of course, number 2, we have Jay-Chan. Jay-Chan, your 16th spot is secured. You are in the money there for the $10,000 finale. So you're getting out there, and hopefully with some of that money you win, Jay Chan, from the $10,000 finale, you will visit our merch site if you guys want to see some more, t-shirts, collectibles, tank tops, long sleeves. A lot is available there. Amazon.com/Mortal Kombat. Rep your realm, whether it's Liga Latina, North America, Europe East, Intercontinental, whatever have you, different colors, different styles. And of course, we have different characters, not only Scorpion, Melina, and Sub-Zero that you see here, but there's also Liu Kang and Raiden. So you're a big fan of letting Fatal Blow rock just like nothing. Definitely pick up a Raiden t-shirt and let everybody know. Let the whole world know that you love Mortal Kombat. You love the community, and you want to get everyone out there playing the game, watching the game. You guys are awesome. But we do have losers finals and grand finals coming up after this short break. So stick around. Don't go anywhere.
No jokes, no gimmicks, just combat.
PlayStation.
Hey guys, Ketchup and Mustard here, and it's time to test your might in the Mortal Kombat 11 Open Series. Ready to rumble? Power on your PlayStation and head to the Events app, filter by type, and select a convenient date and time. Boot up MK11 and locate the PS4 Tournaments menu option. Click it to visit a familiar place, the Console Events tab. Sign up and prepare to play. Once registered, you can view your tournament details and check-in time. A notification will remind you to tighten your black belt and get over here for your match. Continue combat in the open qualifiers to close in on the competition. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the tournaments.
PlayStation.
Who are you? I'm your worst nightmare.
Any ring I step into is mine. End of the line.
Then this fight is now personal.
It is exhausting being so perfect.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have the top 3 action ready for you guys, ready to go. I'm Darth Arma, joined by Mr. Aquaman, as we break down these last few spots in terms of seeding of where these guys are going to be landing in the pro competition NA West grand finale here, where they're going to be playing for $10,000 as the prize pool up for grabs. And it's we were talking a little bit about this in between the break. Pop-Tart has a huge jump that is possible. So I guess since Pop-Tart is the one that knocked out Down Baton out of this tournament and out of the Cinderella story that we were looking for, he's going to be our new Cinderella in this situation. Definitely. Now, again, these 3 guys are all qualified for this, but really is going to shape up and shift around the seeds just a little bit. If Pop-Tart makes that victory, that number 1 first place, he's actually going to be tied for 3rd or 4th seed here, jumping all the way up to 760 points. So going to be tied for 3rd place with Han Rashid. And then I guess there's going to be some kind of tiebreaker there. But before we speculate and try to figure out what's going on there, we're going to see if he can pull it off, because Pop-Tart has too easy.
Got to get the wins first.
Yeah, exactly. Got to get the wins. It might not even matter. Got to be too easy. And then right after that, got to make the run there in grand finals against. So tall order for Pop-Tart. Let's see if Pop-Tart is able to do this. Maybe we can
try to praise the sun out here, baby. Doing it for the Osh-Tech. It is revenge time.
That's right.
Arma.
That's right.
For the
right.
Osh-Tech.
Okay.
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna start the movement. Total Khan here. I need vengeance for my boy. For the years of what's happened to him in story mode.
Don't even start. Don't even start. All right, I approve. I approve for this broadcast, just because we want to see Pop-Tart go the distance. Again, Too Easy is pretty much guaranteed that number 1 seed there, even if he does go down in this 3rd place match, the 3rd place placement. Too Easy is going to be coming out of here with 990 points. So it's still more than King Gambler's 810. And also just kind of to right now he's just kind of getting that experience here. Maybe playing with a few different characters, a few different strategies. Right out the gate, that's definitely nothing new for Cetrion. Starting it out with Rock Wall. What a good move at that range. Oh, wait, what? No, you're Cetrion. As much as I love to upplay Cetrion, our up 2 is definitely not good at all. Super bad, super small hitbox, and doesn't go anywhere.
Position, could have got a lot of damage right there and a knockdown right before Too Easy got the defensive bar back. Not going to be the case here, though. He's back on the offensive. What a Herculean possible but short hop punch there by Too Easy. Something you never see in the Cetrion arsenal, but out on display for us here. He needs to be careful throwing these full screen projectiles. You never know if that Jaguar is going to come. And just like that, has a good knockdown. And he needs to guess for his life right now. The defense and the call out. What crazy on-the-fly defense from Too Easy when Pop-Tart put the pressure on every single time. He answered, and it was still almost not enough. This is going to be an interesting matchup, especially with her having 50 less HP, I feel like, Arma. Because this is a grueling matchup. You know, Coral does not have a lot of anti-projectile things. It's pretty much just a Jaguar, and that is it. So that's how you got to play around that. It's a lot of cat and mouse, and then hope that you can actually get your massive Osh-Tech hands on Cetrion and deal the damage that way.
I was just gonna say, Cetrion's got a lot of mobility there, especially with that backdash, having one of the best backdashes in this game. I feel like she's very squirmy in most situations. So yeah, I feel like that forward 2 is gonna be coming in real handy from Total Khan, as long as he does make that connection fast enough before she cancels the backdash into a block or just gets out of dodge completely. Looking for swinging movement here, goes for the unblockable as Too Easy, just kind of caught like a deer in headlights, and caught like a deer in headlights again as he's susceptible to that mid command grab. As long as you're on the ground, definitely getting grabbed. definitely getting grabbed. We talked about this earlier. The only way to avoid that is by taking to the sky and taking a huge getting anti-aired.
I mean, my man got anti-aired by a forward-2 right there. That was insanity. Now Pop-Tart's got the lead. Big old damage. Almost a godly boss block. Too easy for it to push to the corner because of that Jaguar. That Jaguar, if you're not paying attention, has such carry to it. Corner carry, out of corner carry. It puts Portal wherever he wants to be, either out of the corner or in the corner. Moving up your forward range. Nice back dashes by Too Easy. You've seen Arma, a lot of people. Let me just stop that sentence right there. He is close to dying. Oh my goodness. That sentence would not have made sense.
Oh no.
Simply because that damage has been done from Kodokan right there. But how many people have gotten Portal by simply backdashing, getting out of the range of that forward 2-4 and then getting a punish? That's exactly what Too Easy's trying. It's the anti-Kodokan thing. But Pop-Tart, more times than not, has been forcing the blocks. And when he gets the hits, this character is a boss character in and of itself. 300 plus meterless mid-screen when he gets those command grabs going. That's huge. And if you guess wrong on the command grab, it happens all over again, and now he's going to do even more damage to you. And I love that he's got this duplicitous edge to him of command grab, con cut being essential, and then it's either the safety of the disc or the safety of the cat, depending on the matchup. Right there, the obvious choice is going to be the Jaguar. Go through all the zoning. And Jaguar might be the optimal choice for Sub-Zero as well. Kodokan does really well in the matchup, except for Ice Ball. And Jaguar can deal with Ice Ball.
I mean, I feel like it could still happen where Jaguar doesn't actually become active in time, because Ice Ball is really fast. If you amplify it, like, it comes at you like a bullet. Super duper fast. So I feel like that might come into play too. See how on point Pop-Tart can actually be here. Too Easy continuing or finishing that string there, that back 2 string, I believe. Stand 4 to maximize that damage and flip him over to the other side, not trying to give up any amount more realistic than he has to. Back 3 does trade and definitely going to be in the favor of Too Easy, but here comes the Jaguar out and ready to play. In case it does get blocked, so they're in a good spot, doesn't commit to the whole string. That's not susceptible to that flawless block up too. Super risky stuff, super big risk that Too Easy is taking, but they are paying off here. Especially when Pop-Tart is leaving them unpunished. Leaving damage on the table, you don't want to play with your Pop-Tart, you gotta close it out. If you want to make this big run here, if you want to take this victory, get past Too Easy, you gotta close these situations out. Didn't finish the string, and that could have been really bad for him if he did finish that back 2 string. Could have been Whiff City. Punishment 101. Whiff and get that whiff punished.
You've been nice. Oh my goodness, there was one of the Too Easy specials right there. I talked about him being the original Madman of Mortal Kombat 11, and it was because of this Sub-Zero. No one on planet Earth can raw slide like Too Easy. There's that 300 plus damage I was warning you about earlier. Now I got the breath taken away from me with that forward 2 fatal blow, but this is Kodokan 1050 beefy. You're right here though.
Why is he alive? Why is he alive? Coming out with less than 1%. Now remember, Kodokan does have... Why is he alive?
Listen, Arma, I know what you're going to say, and I'm going to say it for you. Every single player in this game that plays a character with 1,000 health or 950 health just died on the inside. I realize that. But he needs it.
I don't think we're friends anymore. So that was it. That was it. Launch it up here. Thanks to that big Kodal cut here. Pop-Tart not wanting to take a huge risk because he knows that, you know, if Too Easy does sniff out a command grab, he's definitely making it for Sub-Zero. Trying to throw out that amplified ice ball. Here comes the pokes right into the Jaguar. pretty much a safe thing there. It does leave him right next to him. Flawless block up two. A great way to deal with anything as an anti-air or a big jump in. Flawless block up two. Timing is universal, but you gotta know exactly what kind of jump in your opponent is coming in with. Doesn't have fatal blow, so not able to seal this round at all.
My goodness, I cannot believe that Pop-Tart just did what he did. This is scary. He goes for the 4-1. I have expected the slide there from Too Easy. Pop-Tart is making incredibly impressive reads to get these victories. He just pressed in Sub-Zero hit advantage. That's nuts.
Look, man, sometimes you just gotta roll with it. Sometimes you just gotta do it. You just gotta throw caution to the wind. If nobody's expecting you to go for anything crazy like that, you're just gonna play too predictably, too methodically. You're gonna put yourself in a little box, and you don't want that. You know, fighting games are about, you know, being one step ahead of your opponent, trying to be unpredictable, trying to, you know, go for different options, getting that execution right. A lot of different factors, but unpredictability is definitely an asset when it comes to this a lot of different elements in fighting. You definitely don't want to know. You definitely don't want your opponent knowing what you're throwing out next.
And that's the rock, paper, scissors of it all, baby. You have to try to read what they're going to do. They're trying to read what you're going to do. And that's why you see people just be wrong in a lot of instances. And I wouldn't have it any other way. Round number 3, raw slide into and then a raw jaguar from Kombat. That is such a gnarly sound. Oh, the brutal is even worse.
Disgusting.
Just disgusting.
I love the sound too.
They are goats. I don't care what anyone says. NetherRealm sound design, apex tier here in fighting games, and this has been lights out from Pop-Tart 964. Holy crap! From getting raw slid at round 1 fight to never getting touched again. Incredible, and it is not easily done against someone like 2. We've seen it 1,000 times.
Time and time again, definitely here. Pop-Tart swinging out of the gate here right as it gets up. And again, that's really a huge asset for Total Comp. There's a long-reaching normals. Even that jump one there, very, I'm getting PTSD to MKX, where you can just kind of jump in from anywhere and reach you with that long arm of the law. Back, cashing in big, but not enough. And putting him in a very
that will be it right there. 18%, even more on the Amplify. 18%. GG's Pop-Tart carrying the flag of the Osh-Tech on his back. And just listen to this guy.
Fatality.
That could not have sounded any more disgusting.
I love how you can hear the little growl of the Jaguar there at the end, like just for like a second, like a little growl. So good. I mean, the sound team at NRS has been killing it for a few games now. Obviously, having more resources now than ever before, it's disgusting and it's great. We love it. We love it. I feel like they worked the hardest though on all the things Devora. I think all the Devora stuff is you can hear every ounce of bug juice, non-vertebrae like snapping. It's so good. Shout outs to the sound team there at NRS.
Just Devora in general. NetherRealm, chill. Please calm down.
Knock it off.
It's gross.
Knock it off.
If your intention was to gross us out, you succeeded. Wonderful job in that. I want to give a final shout out to Astro, ladies and gentlemen. They have been with us the entirety of the pro competition, and all of the official audio is by them. Casters, we can't do it without them. Thank you so much. They've been helpful throughout the entire fighting game community for so many years now. Go visit them at astrogaming.com. Find out all their information on all of their officially licensed PlayStation products. astrogaming.com, everyone. Mortal Kombat 11 and Astro. It's been a match made in heaven for years now. Go check it out. We've got them on right now, both me and Arma. And boy, do we look good with them. I can't sell any better than that. Go check them out. Hey, there you go. One of these.
Nice and comfy. Let me tell you, me and Aquaman have been wearing these basically since 3:30, 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and
I have an Astro on my head. I feel like from start to end every day.
Jackie Briggs.
I'll be honest with you.
Look, man, nice and I mean I can't speak for your ears, but I can tell you my ears are not feeling super comfy, you know, super quality. Good stuff, man, there from Astro. But we do have the grand finals here for you guys. Of course, we just saw Pop-Tart rolling over Too Easy, 3-0 fashion, making it all the way here to grand finals, getting that final run in here. So Pop-Tart is guaranteed at least 670 points. Could get 760 if he gets this victory. Let's see how it pans out here. Let's see what Jukes does. Swinging and swinging. Jukes, of course, playing for a higher seed as well, I believe, if I'm looking at these standings correctly.
Yeah, Jukes, if he gets a victory here tonight, will get 625 points total. Be a jump up to at a minimum of 10th here with DJT, but on the flip side, it is Pop-Tart on the other side, looking to do kind of the same exact thing. So really interesting here. Pop-Tart is technically the higher seed right now. That might change if Jukes can get a victory here. Actually, probably not. Pop-Tart guaranteed 670. What a season he has had. Jukes with a victory only at 625. No matter how this happens, Pop-Tart will be the higher seed, but he's getting going here. First round was dominant for Jukes, and the command grabs have happened. That was 400 plus. 2 command grabs. Raw.
Fair. Totally fair. Totally not a really good character.
What if she jumped and hit him for 30% unbreakable? That's all I'm saying.
Okay. I got you.
Hard
I understand.
Hey, hard
Protect super clutch.
He was one off his bar for taking this game, but this is going to put Portal on life alert here. Pop-Tart's been clutching these moments.
Roll the dice. And you roll the dice.
Yep. Every time Cole does it, it is a hard read. That if they jump, it's gonna whiff. If they get hit, it's gonna whiff. And a lot of Kotal Com players have actually started to, and a lot of mid command grab players. Let me actually not just single out Kotal Com players, because I see a lot of people talking recently, and mid command grab players are starting to stop tick throwing entirely and just going for staggers into it, whether it be a hit advantage stagger or a block stagger, just so that doesn't happen, because it does happen an awful lot.
It is definitely not a fun thing to experience here, where you think you're on the right level of Yomi. You think you're okay, they're definitely gonna block this. They're definitely gonna keep blocking after this. Let me cancel this tick throw. Let me use this tick throw, and they're just not even on the spectrum at all of understanding, like, I need to block this down one. Instead they just get hit, and you kind of screw yourself over here. So yes, we have seen this time and time again. Command grabs, definitely super risky, but a good way to kind of open up a player who's extremely defensive. Right now, I don't think Jackie is that player. I don't think this is that player. Jackie coming in full octane, 100% adrenaline. Good block there on the up 3, anticipating possibly the wake-up buttons there. Back throw from Jackie Briggs, all over Kotal Khan. Forward throw to keep him back. Jackie with the bionic bounce, big jump in here, and look at the spacing there. Just slightly just moving back there and hitting him with those mids. Man, lots of damage, lots of DOT. Where was he gonna go? Where could he have gone, Mr. Aquaman? Nowhere. He was dead.
Round 2.
Absolutely nowhere. I tell you, oh, that was a good pickup right there. Wow. Last second down one into the command grab. Beautiful. Praise the sun indeed. But goes back. Not only broken, but now to the corner. Oh, double reversal position there. 1-2 grab. A lot less of a risk, because you know, if they get hit by the 1-2, then you just take confirm, right? Oh, big shot. Thought the breakthrough was gonna come. Dude, back 2-2.
What? I've never seen that.
Battle end.
So he does
hold
down 3 after so much gravity is in play that she gets up fast enough for the down 3 cancel into unblockable.
I can't believe you just did that.
That was very, very strange, but it looks like a really good setup. Like obviously there's a hole to it, like if you are just waking up swinging, but or yeah,
to get out of every Korok unblockable reset can just be delayed. You can delay your wake up, the whiff, and then you get up and punish. Not to give away too much anti-Korok tech, but that is the answer. And if you don't do that, Korokans can get away with a lot of big damaging resets because of it.
Back throws back to back here. Jukes just trying to keep it a little, tricky there, going for the throw mix at the end. The OT down on the ground, but Jukes deciding not to block. He does get.
Oh my God! Okay.
Wake up buttons, wake up buttons, wake up buttons, wake up buttons are so good.
The crouch. Korokans stand for whiffed, and then he 1-1 punished it. I don't know if that was an input error by Pop-Tart or not. Totals only stand for if they have totem to safely summon it, or there's not many other uses outside of that. You can jail into it, but if you cancel into a launcher or anything like that, you're just going to be punishable. You can try to react an anti-air with it. You can buffer it at certain distances, like a proximity buffer where you put out the stand forward, you can put in a con cut kind of safely. If it hits, sometimes you get a launcher. But I think that may have been a 4-2-4. That just didn't come out. And only the 4 came out, and he died for it. I'm making a hard read on that, though.
Yeah, no, I can definitely see that. I feel like that's a pretty common thing. Even when you're playing other characters, you get the button, you get the start of a string that you did not want at all. You get the start of a string that you hate, or the start of a string that puts you in a very punishable state, and you got to be a little precise there. You can't swing too early because the character's still recovering. Oh, very bold choice there, going for a throw. Here comes the bionic bounce and the flawless block coming out of Pop-Tart here. Up 2, sending him launching. No conversion from Juice there on the ground. Very unlikely.
It was ridiculous. Start off with a flawless block here for Pop-Tart, and here we go. The total con set play. Although once he amplifies the command grab, he no longer gets like a scary Oki situation. That's a completely neutral reset, but that just means that he wants the damage and he wants it now. Now it's going to be for the corner. In his face, it doesn't commit to the ticker right there. Now he's making those adjustments. Has the damage already been done by Jukes though? Question here, big implications on the line as far as seeding in the West. For only these 2 players left. This is the final week pro competition before that finale. 16 players, $10,000 on the line. Both of these players will be there competing for it. We're in the bracket. Are they going to land? That's what's on the line here in this match.
String. Again, you're right. He's opting not to go for these risky command grabs because he's just so done with dying because of it. He's just like, okay, if I'm gonna die, it's gonna be because I misplayed. But hold on a second, goes for that tick throw, a little risky. Maybe he thought he had a lot of life to play with. Here comes the cat.
Oh my goodness! He actually
rise and
just I wonder if that was intentional, just because that's what Jukes did to him at the end of the last game. What a call out that would be. You're gonna micro duck me? Alright, watch this. Doo-doo.
Love ducking under those throws. Reversal throw is pretty common. Maybe not as common at super duper high level gameplay like we're seeing here, but it is something that you kind of throw out once in a while when you feel like maybe your opponent's going for crazy aggressive flawless block, or they don't want to respect, or they want to respect something because they just put themselves at negative. Definitely a good option, but it does come with a huge risk. In this game, you get the down 2 push flow, big pop-up, big damage, especially have all the right resources ready to go, like fatal blow or a big combo damaging route, or big damaging combo route, I should say.
Still has another tournament point here, as he has a 2-1 lead, but boy, was that last game convincing for Pop-Tart, and I think that was because of the adjustment to stop going for the tick throws, and that opened up Jukes an awful lot more, and it just kept the train rolling, and God Ray on block. A list of things that you really hate to see. Ballsy decision, I like it. Ooh, even balls here. The raw command grab, he's got Jukes a little short here perhaps, and did that help me just turn around fast, or what could have just been worse?
Down shot does get opened up, or does leave Jukes susceptible to getting sniped out of the sky here. Here comes the cat to stop any kind of trickery, any kind of shenanigans to get Jackie out of the corner. And hold on a second, can Pop-Tart make this comeback? Can he make this reverse 3-0 comeback into a reset? He's got a tall order ahead of himself. Speaking of tall, look at Kotal Khan as he stands so high, just slamming Jackie on the ground. But Jackie not taking it lying down. Here comes plus frames at the end of that string, knowing he's going to be super respectful afterwards. Goes for the throw. Big sweep from Kotal Khan. Nice far-ranging mid, just to kind of throw it out there once in a while to keep your mid in check. A lot of throwing coming from Jukes, honestly.
You know, nice little adjustment by him too. Recognized that Pop-Tart was just sitting there chilling, waiting for his turn, and doing some form of mix with command grab. And that's just what you see from so many players, mid-set guys, is when you struggle opening up your opponent, that's when you start to get a little more throw heavy, or that's where you see a lot of people make that adjustment.
Fight.
Because they're hard to open up conventionally with other tactics. Throw, gonna be a guess every single time, baby. Forces, even if it doesn't work, it still forces things, right? Forces them to even think about it. That you can use against your opponent. Oh, the post Jaguar again. So hard to counter poke this character when he's got that Jaguar equipped. Over another health lead here. Oh, I expected empty jump command grab right there. That's what I was really scared of. Just the multitude of layers that Kotal Khan has on his Papa Khan's fresh pizza delivery. And another command grab. One more is all he needs. He has all the resources in the world. Yeah, he needs a miracle here. And it always begins with... I'm shocked he did that.
You're shocked he came off the fatal blow? Okay. I mean, he did have the right call there, but you're right. This is a tall order. He's still going to need at least 2 more combos to make it happen. Here comes the Jaguar, and that was just enough to stop Jackie from making this this comeback in game number 4. We'll go to a game 5 situation here, a possible reset from Pop-Tart. You know, we could be seeing a reset knocking Jukes into the lower bracket, and a whole new first to 3 is going to be happening here for the right to all these extra points. The difference in points, of course, between first and second place, right around 90 points in difference. It's pretty substantial. Pretty a pretty big difference in terms of seeding. How long it takes for you to get, you know, to that number 1 seed, a number 2 seed in that bracket. And these guys have all been fighting for it, but it's just a crazy setup here we've had in this final week.
If Pop-Tart wins, he's gonna be tied for 3rd. If he loses, he takes the 8th spot over Nubcakes. If Jukes wins, he's going to pass Averk for 11th. And if he loses, he is going to stay at 12th. That is everything that is on the line right now as far as points and standings. Let's see who's going to be able to take this. Pop-Tart can make a massive jump, or Jukes could make a slight jump, just to change up the bracket a little bit. Well, these jump-ins have
at this level
followed up by such mix. Continue.
This level, you got to take anything, man. 1 point difference in seeding, you know, 2 different spots. It could really change up, you know, what you got to do. Favorable matchups, less favorable matchups, players you hate playing against, and just dominant players all around. You want to avoid them as long as possible. Going for back-to-back throws. First one a command grab, then a regular back throw to set up the corner pressure here. Pop-Tart 1 round away from making it into this potential reset situation.
I fought worse.
Oh
Okay,
my goodness. Kotal
That would have been
Stand 1 is amongst the best anti-airs in MK11. You heard it here, folks. Kotal Stand 1, a monster. And get out of my airspace and eat all of this damage and the mix-up coming off after the command grab. This is Pop-Tart Ascended himself. This is Ascension Pop-Tart that we're watching right now. GG's. This is a reset. 3-2.
Oh yeah.
Pop-Tart.
Job's not done yet, though. Job isn't done yet. Does you know, I'd say get the go-ahead for the friendship thing. Hey, getting nice and comfy here. Got my lawn chair because we've got at least 3 more games ahead of us. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with double elimination brackets, gotta lose twice to be out of the tournament. This is Jukes' first set loss in this tournament. So now both players down to their final life here in the lower bracket. And now this last set, this last first of 3 is going to determine who is going to win here.
I cannot believe how effective his throws have gotten since he went less tick throwy, then he immediately counter adjusted with more tick throws. He has Jukes frightened for his life on a jump in, whether tick throw is coming or simple hit confirm into con cut. This is Kotal Khan at his finest. Beautiful, beautiful play by Pop-Tart. Jukes has to make some serious adjustments.
I mean, Jukes was looking great in the beginning of this, you know, grand finals, won the first 2 games, but Pop-Tart just kind of totally blew past him. Totally went, you know, and just changed up the gameplay, took a lot less risk, and I feel like that's really what he had to do. Kind of just waiting for Jukes to start something there. That Jaguar doing a lot for him once Jackie does take to the sky. Kind of hard to knock him out of that animation. Kind of just seems like it just becomes active and knocks you down right away.
Jukes already, I can't believe it. Already incredibly more aggressive, but Pop-Tart just converted 243 damage off of an up to maximum damage. Picking up with the back 2-2, incredible. This is a man possessed right now, Arma. Phenomenal read finally. That might, well, that right there might be the spark that Jukes needs to make the comeback. Making the monumental read of tick throw, finally working out for him. But this is Papa Khan. 1 hit confirm and a fatal blow and she's dead.
Oh yeah, easily. 950 health, not enough to withstand this. He does hit like a truck. Jeez. That it? She didn't have the ability to even break away. She didn't even have the bar once the fatal blow animation started.
And con cut into fatal blow is guaranteed even against breakaway. So he was dead no matter what there, even if he had the bar.
Round 2, fight.
Seems fair.
Kotal Khan thinks.
Come on, guys. Love Kotal Khan.
Please.
Needs it. Needs it. Needs it.
Give him need a 50 health?
Give him give him 1150. Go for it. Oh. Throw tag, super clutch. Coming in hot here, identifying that animation and just going right for the right side. Comes Jackie though, a lot of damage. Shoryukens over and over again. The DOT definitely in play. The back 2 hitting as that mid, but Kotal Khan rolling out of there, getting Jackie on the recovery of that fully committed string. Down to get out of my airspace, man.
Oh my goodness. Pop-Tart is... I don't think that saying that Pop-Tart is in the zone is actually giving him as much props as like I probably should. He is in another dimension of Mortal Kombat 11 right now. This is the best Kotal Khan play I've ever seen in tournament. This is incredible.
So good. And not only that, you have to also understand that Pop-Tart is making a huge run here. I believe Pop-Tart got knocked into losers pretty early in this, and then from there just did non-stop winning. I mean, at what point do you run out of gas? At what point do you get fatigued? I mean, Pop-Tart is going the distance here. Technically in the lead here against Jukes in this final grand finals set. Could make it. Needs 2 more. That cat doing a lot of damage. I feel like that cat you know, I feel like you were questioning a little bit there, Mr. Aquaman, with good reason. You know, you don't want to be next to Jackie at negative because she's got some of the best mids in the business. But I feel like how he's been using that cat, he kind of waits for Jackie to jump and then connects the cat afterwards to, you know, get that guaranteed damage, that guaranteed setup. Doesn't hit that second hit of the string, not finding the way to a big combo route, goes right into the parry, and here comes the command grab. Pop-Tart changing it up completely here.
Oh, and he's already at a deadly Kotalon range. He's at the forward 2. Luckily, he didn't swing right there, otherwise Jukes may have eaten it, and even more in the corner. Look, he's got a breakaway. He might force Pop-Tart off of his. Pop-Tart has been really stingy with his meter. Early in these rounds, he is not breaking away from Jackie, but he also knows that there's almost no point to most of the time because she does a lot of unbreakawayable damage before she even puts you in a lost position. Just like this. You've already 277. He's going to save it. But one hit to fatal blow. Oh, now anything can kill. Now anything can kill. Pop-Tart tried right there. Everything about this set just came down to the fact that he kept going into the Jaguar, keep it safe, and he wanted to finally stagger and hope and pray to the Elder Gods that Jukes was going to respect the Jaguar and then probably grab him again right there.
possibly looking for that, but Jukes a little smarter than that, going right for the mid. I mean, you got the best mids in the game, why not use them? Looking over to the other side, and Pop-Tart waking up with those buttons, wake up, stand 1-2. Here comes the Jaguar, pushing her all the way to the corner, backing up just a little bit, just for me to get that wave dash, the downward shot, somehow making the connection, even though Total Khan was nowhere under her. That's okay, that's what happens when we're big body boys. Down one, keeping her in check, locking her in, jailing her with that follow-up stand 1 right afterwards. Jukes was 100% not blocking in that scenario. Oh. Here comes the Jaguar right away.
The moment they let go of blocks there. Jaguar in his face, fighting it off. Incredible. Jukes finally at the corner. But he threw him out. That scares me. Back into the corner. Do it again. Do it again. Oh, if you'd punched that with throw, that would make it lovely. Here's another one. 4, baby. Let's make it 5. Give me the 5 beat. I need to see it. Oh my goodness, these down 2s, and the reset works. Jukes is not delaying his wake up at all.
I mean, that setup is, again, a setup I've never really seen there before. You're kind of giving up a little bit of damage for good, unblockable setup. Oh, Jackie coming in, but hold on, here comes the
my
grab.
goodness. One mixed up.
This isn't fair.
The defensive bars.
This isn't fair. He had it.
I don't want to talk about it.
Jukes 100% had it. Could have gone into fatal blow. Could have gone into a better conversion when he lets it slip in between his fingers, falling through the cracks. Jukes.
Kidding me. That was disgusting. From both though. They both kind of had it. They both let it go. And then Pop-Tart's just, you know what? Wake up 1-2. Let's do it.
Love it.
But that was on Jukes there at the end. Had it in his hands. The whole world was sitting there. And if this is a 6-0, what a statement that would send going into the finale.
I mean, that, yeah.
Of who is ready for Pop-Tart's corner.
5 wins in a row so far. How?
Also,
how do you get 5 wins in a row against Jukes?
You do a lot of damage and you have a mid-command grab, that's how. But okay. I haven't asked the chat yet, though, and Pop-Tart is on the stream, so chat, I'm going to ask you guys. Favorite Pop-Tart flavor, or favorite Pop-Tart flavor in the chat. Go.
Want to hear it.
I'll keep busy.
Want to hear it. That'll keep him busy while Pop-Tart fighting for that huge tie situation, tied for 3rd seed. It could go down to a few different tiebreakers. We will have the official rules for you as the weeks come. But right now, let's focus on if Pop-Tart can do it. 1 game away. The command grab. This is home court advantage here as we are in the Coliseum. Total Khan ready to play here, making that connection here, that forward 2. Lots of damage, guaranteed ender here. Amplify, yes. Gonna get that big damage boost. How's that fair?
Oh,
fair.
My goodness. That 1-2, the mix in the corner, that's guaranteed. The mix in the corner into the 1-2 command grab, I think has worked 80% of the time, every time. Wow, Jukes is right now lost in the command grab sauce, and I know that a lot of people watching this feel that pain. That big command grab can be incredible.
You said Kotal Khan's down 1 is a really good anti-air, but I feel like the down 2 doing a good job when Jackie gets
I'm taking this. If I can be honest with you, I'm out here taking this. Like, dude, this down 2 is cooking him.
Yeah, this down 2, like, Jackie's down shot is so good. And I feel like he doesn't have the best down 2 in the world, but he does have a great vertical hitbox on that down 2.
Yeah.
So it could be a Jackie-specific thing, maybe something you only use in this matchup.
I feel like that's by design and for the lore, because he's trying to reach up to like the sun. I'm just kidding. I have no idea. I'm just making that up. Jukes is just trying to stay alive. This is tournament point for a Pop-Tart double fatal blow, and it goes down to the command grab. Give me the juice. Give it to me. And that was desperation. Praise the sun, and Kotal Khan just won a week of the pro competition. Pop-Tart popping off, and now one of the most brutal fatalities in the game.
Fatality.
Good old shout outs to the Neversoft Eye, just popping out of that mess that was Jackie's head and spine. I don't know where the totems come from, but we're loving it. Huge, huge shout outs to Pop-Tart for making that 6-game straight run through there in the grand finals, on the verge of losing it completely, but able to jump all the way up to tied for 3rd seed. And that's going to be a good spot to be in, depending on how the seeds do plan out there. But before we look at any of that in those final standings, we're going to give a last shout out here to PS4 Tournaments for being such a great partner and a great sponsor to this pro competition event. I almost said pro series. Mortal Kombat 11 Pro Competition is presented by PS4 Tournaments, so check out the PS Tournament Open Series. PS4 Tournaments are weekly competitions for all skill levels. Compete against your friends and rivals for unique rewards. You can visit the PlayStation 4 Competition Center, the one destination that has Mortal Kombat content that gives you an inside look at how top players play, and you get some tips and tricks for players of all skill levels. So easy, everyone. All you got to do is go to compete.playstation.com, sign in with your PSN ID, and you are good to go, good to compete, good to check out all that Mortal Kombat 11 content, plus way more. Now, this is the carnage that we saw unfold right before your very eyes tonight. The top 8, the winner, of course, Pop-Tart, Kotal Khan. I know Mr. Aquaman very excited about a Kotal Khan finally winning a week here in such a stacked region, NA West. Now, Pop-Tart did go down to Jukes in that first round 1 of the winner side, and I don't know how, but afterwards, able to make the adjustments, able to make the comeback through the loser side, going through Unfazed Moses, down baton and ruining the down baton dream, the down baton Cinderella story, getting through too easy, and then getting that run back. 6 straight games. I can't reiterate that enough, how impressive Pop-Tart was playing tonight. Just out of his mind. Wild stuff here we saw with Kotal Khan. Another thing to note there, that down 3 setup. Mr. Aquaman, I know you're definitely hitting the lab tomorrow morning and going right into how do I convert down 2 and down 3,
yeah, so
unblockable.
It was only as an anti-air back 2-2 because it launches really high to the sky. So I'm going to take that to the lab and see how consistent that is, because that was incredible, and it may have been one of the most godlike Kotal combos I've ever seen. And then the reset afterwards, and the reset worked. Pop-Tart was gaming tonight. Gaming. He was out here praising the sun. The Osh-Tech has been praised. Couldn't ask for anything any better myself, guys. The Pro Competition North American Leagues are set. The finales are set. And that's going to be it for us here tonight. It was incredible from top to bottom. Pop-Tart, the 6-0. Story of the night for me as a Kotal Khan main, but East was incredible. West was incredible. Thank you so much for being on here with me, Darth Arma, all day long. But that's going to do it for us here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you from all of us here at the Pro Competition. You guys have a wonderful night. Thank you.
jokes, no gimmicks, just combat.
PlayStation.
Hey guys, Ketchup and Mustard here, and it's time to test your might in the Mortal Kombat 11 Open Series. Ready to rumble? Power on your PlayStation and head to the Events app, filter by type, and select a convenient date and time. Boot up MK11 and locate the PS4 Tournaments menu option. Click it to visit a familiar place, the Console Events tab. Sign up and prepare to play. Once registered, you can view your tournament details and check-in time. A notification will remind you to tighten your black belt and get over here for your match. Continue combat in the open qualifiers to close in on the competition. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the tournaments.
PlayStation. Who are you?
I'm your worst nightmare.
Any ring I step into is mine. End of the line.
Then this fight is now personal.
It is exhausting being so perfect.